This is the Leicester Till I Die Watchalong show. Join in the chat and don't forget to subscribe.
You are watching and listening to Chris and Leicester Till I Die TV on YouTube and your favourite podcasts.
Are you ready? I'm saying, are you ready? Watch us on YouTube.
Listen on your favourite podcast platform
Or ask your smart speaker
to play the podcast Leicester Till I Die.
Right, Chris.
All right, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, good day if you're down under. Hello, how are you doing? Welcome along. It is the Watchalong. We are taking on Watford. We host the Hornets. Do we need a win? I think we do. Do we press the panic button yet? Not sure that we completely need to be honest. But look, it was never going to be easy. It was never going to be easy. Saying, Gray is in. Hello, Gray. How are you? Welcome along. He says, let's get back to winning ways. Well, we could do with it, especially with Leeds' result last night. And Big Ant's in. Well done, Ant. How are you doing? How are Arsenal doing this season? I seriously don't know. I'm asking. I really don't know. He's gone for a 3-1 win. I'll take that. But then again, when I look at how you're doing in the prediction league, I'm thinking, yes, perhaps not. But this is the Watch Along show, Matchday Live. We do pre-match, we do the Watch Along, we do the post-match as well. I've only got one of the two guests with me at the moment. Kate can't do it. She's still in Vietnam. Hopefully she's going to get back okay. But I'm going to be joined by Luke from Down Under just in a minute. God, that almost looked professional. Luke, good afternoon or good evening. Almost good morning to you. How are you doing?
Good, thank you, mate. How are you?
I am very well, thank you very much. I'm not sure what's happened to Brad. Knowing Brad, he's probably slept in. That's his usual problem. We're going to bring the team straight up in a minute. But first of all, I was a bit annoyed after the Middlesbrough game, and I think that was more disappointment than anything. We don't need to press the panic button just yet, do we?
No, mate. I think we've all calmed down since that post-match.
I think so. Look, if you'd given this at the start of the season, we'd have bit your hand off, wouldn't we?
Absolutely. I was really stressing out before this season even started. I was just worrying about how bad it was at the end of last season. It just never felt like it was going to get good again. So I think that's why we're absolutely thrilled.
Yeah. Brad's arrived. We'll just wait for him to get on camera. I don't know why he keeps popping in before I'm ready. But anyway, Brad, slept in again, did we, mate? Honestly, those late nights with that woman, what can I say? Leeds did us a favour. Well, Rotherham did us a favour yesterday, didn't they?
Yeah, mate, they did. I've already got my first prediction league thing wrong.
Yeah, well, welcome to the club. and you're in good company with Brad as well. So I don't think whether he's got one right this season. Actually, that's a bit unfair. But I think we all went. Well, I went for a Leeds win, 2-1. They scored. It was disallowed. What did you predict?
I think I did the same as well. Actually, I'm going to pull it up and have a look. But yeah, I think I went the exact same.
Yes, yeah, it's hard work. This second tier prediction stuff. We need to get back to the Premier League as soon as possible. Just have a look. Have you heard of Russell Grant at all?
Russell Brand?
Grant, no, Grant.
No, I haven't.
Russell Grant, you probably have. Russell Grant is he's an astrologer. Just started talking to him on Twitter. He's a big Brentford fan, but he also supported Leicester for a while as well. Not sure how that works out, but I will develop that as we go along. I'm just going to message him, Brad, here. Right, well, let's have a look at the team. Post-international break, Hermansen, Ricardo Faes, Vestergaard, Justin, when we know Ricardo what sort of role he'll play. Ndidi, Chowdhury, which I think, again, we knew he was going to be coming in for Winks because we've got no Winks. Dewsbury Hall. No Fatawu starting again. McAteer, Mavadivi, and Brad's love child, Iheanacho up front. Thoughts on the team?
Very close to what I was expecting. The one thing I am surprised with, and I shouldn't be because McAteer started so well, but Fatawu does seem to have that little bit more cutting, innovative edge compared to McAteer. They are different players, but that's the one I expected. I thought Fatawu was going to start.
I did, to be honest with you. I mean, obviously, McAteer is good. We know, he's found the net. He's been playing well. But, I am now starting to get worried. And I don't think I should be, because I don't think that the option to buy him is based on so many games. I think the option to buy him is if we get promotion. But I'm a bit surprised as to why he's not starting. I mean, a lot of people have been playing international football, so he shouldn't be too tired.
No, I mean, he's just had the break as well, but he has been playing flat out while McAteer was injured. But yeah, we have got a long season, I guess. So, but I really rate McAteer. But Fatawu is even more exciting.
Well, he is. Are you looking? I mean, all right, let's put Winks in instead of Chowdhury. That's pretty much from where he was changing it all the time. And I know we've had a 2-week respite here with international football. But that was pretty much his I would say, favoured 11.
It's close. It's the real rotation is mostly just the wingers and striker, and that's it, really. That's pretty much his starting 11 now.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I should have said Winks and obviously Fatawu as well. Let's just have a Sutar is back in the on the subs bench. Cassidy is Pratt. Nice to see Pratt back on the bench. I was quite hoping that we might see Cannon starting.
I don't think they're going to throw him in straight away and speak that that's a strong bench, but also there's no Daka there, which is a big statement as well. But I actually really expect to see Cannon come on about the 70-minute mark, mate,
and shoot us into the lead.
Hopefully. There you go, Brad, all right?
I would like to welcome Brad into the joke.
I know, it's like it's a tradition. I was all right, Luke, and then I heard that terrible pun. You can tell Chris is... No, go on.
I was going to say, thoughts on the starting 11, Brad?
I like it. I like the team. It took my brain a second. I did ask you myself, didn't I, Chris, when you posted it on Twitter? I take it Harry Winks is suspended. I couldn't remember.
That message. I do apologise. I was awestruck with Russell Grant, except you befriending me and talking to me.
Well,
you get the poor second.
Well, that's absolutely fine, mate. I don't expect to come first in that priority when that sort of prestige is coming your way. But no, I assume he must have got booked against Middlesbrough and is missing.
It is. I think we always knew he was going to be out, and that was why Chowdhury was mentioned at the press conference and what have you. Pratt probably not quite right. I guess Chowdhury. I mean, it was mentioned before in the preview when I was talking to Craig, and you want Pratt to do well, but I guess Chowdhury's, and there's a difference, isn't there, Craig, between being fit and being match fit.
Yeah, Craig.
Brad, sorry, Brad. I was waiting for you that long to come in. I've forgotten who you are. Hey.
Oh no, so did I. Hey. But no, there is a difference, and there's a difference in where they both play as well, because Pratt's what you'd call probably a utility player at Leicester right now, because he can play in a few positions, but he's got a few bigger names ahead of him. So he's not going to get in the team ahead of Dewsbury Hall, so he can't play in the middle. He's not going to get in the team ahead of Ndidi, so he can't play next to him. Chowdhury's played more games and is more versatile. So,
sorry.
Hello.
No, sorry. I got it open on another screen to check the poll, and
stop looking at the polls. It's racism. I told you.
It's not tagging off the polls.
That's even worse.
Yeah, Dewsbury Hall and Winks. Luke, I suppose Pratt and sort of Chowdhury, or Pratt and Ndidi even, would be the alternative too. What do you think?
I've been thinking about it all week because I'm actually been quite curious on it. I don't think you can put Pratt there, because Pratt was originally playing when we did see him like in that Ndidi role. So like if we're going to see Ndidi get subbed to manage him, I would imagine that's when Pratt comes on as that right hand side, high pressing 8. But as for the Winks role, I thought it was either going to be Chowdhury. Good on you, Gray. That's really awesome, mate. I honestly thought that this might sound weird, but in terms of Winks and he's so effective with his ball distribution, I actually thought Ricardo would have been a good option.
There was. We did wonder whether Ricardo would move up there and then Chowdhury would play that inverted right back. But Cannon, we're waiting to see him, Brad.
Yeah, again, I'm not too surprised like that. It's kind of why I expected to see the likes of him and Dennis Pratt on the bench. You don't want to rush them back. So, yeah, I can see him coming on. I was actually a little bit surprised that he didn't come on against Middlesbrough, because out of all the strikers that we had available to us against Middlesbrough, and with how late he decided to try and change things, the only player that everybody had a question mark about how they go about doing the business was Tom Cannon. It might have upset the mould a little bit. It might have made Middlesbrough go, well, we know how Vardy plays and Iheanacho plays, but how does this lad play? And it could have done something. But as you would say, tomato sauce is a wonderful thing. I mean, hindsight is a wonderful thing. So hopefully we'll get a chance to see it. I'd like to say it's in a game where Leicester are comfortably ahead and it doesn't really matter and he gets to showcase himself a little bit. But it would be nice to see him play, get some minutes under his belts, because we are closing in on December, aren't we, Chris? And we all know what that means for the football world, at least.
Brad,
it means fixtures come thick and fast.
Your jokes are worse than mine.
Shit is about to go.
They are, and that's just...
Yeah, shit is about to go down on your head with jokes like that. We must have some, I presume we've got some Watford fans in, because 11% of the voters have said Watford are going to win. Nobody's gone for a draw at the moment, which is not surprising with our history at the moment, Luke. Eunice, again, I was hoping to see Eunice maybe, but he could come on. He could come on. Again, when you look at that bench, oh, wow. I think most teams would be like, well, let's be honest with you, QPR would love that bench for the starting 11, wouldn't they?
That's a really strong bench. Like I was saying before, I was looking at it, it's absolutely stacked. I think we're going to see a lot of changes tonight and reintroduce a lot of these people that have been away injured back and integrate them back into the team.
And, of course, Luke, we've got a midweek game coming up.
Exactly. So manage the minutes and all the guys. And you can't throw him back in. That's why Pratt wasn't going to go back into that Winks role. There's no way. He's been out so long.
And like I said earlier, I think, he's got to it's like Cannon. I mean, last time we was in the last game, it was his first one back in the squad, if you like. So we have got to ease them in. But I'm happy with that team. I'm to be honest with you, I'm happy with any team that Enzo seems to be able to pick from these days, and it's great that we have got that sort of. Hang on, just press the wrong button. That we have got that sort of freedom, but Brad, form. This is worrying because we're actually probably for the first time this season, because we've really sort of from game week 2, we have been top of the form table. We are now, in fact, let me bring the form.
Let me guess. I remember this from the show because I got it wrong. We are 7th in the form.
Yes, it took about 20 minutes.
Yeah, it did. It did, Luke. It was painful.
Between 6th and 8th, Luke, I'll tell you.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, Luke.
First team we're playing that are above us technically in the form table. All right, it's on goal difference, but, we're still... Is that... Does that play any sort of part in Enzo's thinking today?
No, I think that's clutching at straws.
Oh, no, he said Luke, not me. For God's sake.
Sorry, Brad.
Listen.
It's all good. Sorry. No, I think that's clutching at straws. I got nothing. That stuff doesn't bother me.
Brad,
remember, I went for all 15 points. You guys laughed at me. Just saying.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Get 15 points. You will be catching Brad up. Terry says there, Brad, Watford have only won 2 away games in the whole calendar year. We're better away from home than we are at home, though.
Yeah, that's the little concerning thing. If you look at our L column, you'll find that it's 2 home games that have had that effect. It was only a wonder, and we have to say it was a wonderful free kick. Annoyingly, that beat us away from home as well. So doesn't mean anything to me. It's nice, it's nice to put that pressure on because, okay, yes, if they're not mentally prepared and Leicester do go up 1-0, that's when it takes effect. But I can't imagine where they are in the league right now would do much toward them worrying about the fact that they've only won 2 away games. What does any team always say? Win your home games and get something away. It's a bonus, isn't it? So I don't think they'll be looking at that because they'd also. I mean, what's worse? Does it matter? You're playing Leicester City. That's what I'd be saying to them. We're playing top of the league. Very difficult to beat. I'd be throwing all that out, and I'd be saying if we go at them, get in the faces.
Is playing up. I don't know if you guys are we all back. My internet is. I know it's my. Yeah. I know it's my end this time because I can see on the screen. My internet is playing up. The weather down here is up and down like the proverbial brides. When you look at that, I mean, Luke, they are on a good run at the moment. As we can see, they've not lost in 6. We've lost 2. But they have sort of won 5, drawn 6, lost 5. They're not. There's no consistency there over the season, is there?
Tell them to look at our bench. That's what I reckon.
But there isn't, and I guess up until the last couple of games, that's the one thing we've had, isn't it?
It is up until the last couple, and a lot of those questions are about to be answered in terms of how much of that was Ndidi not being available and also how we're going to go without Winks. 2 very interesting questions.
It'll be interesting, won't it, Brad? We've got Ndidi coming back, but Winks is missing. So we could have done with both of them being back, couldn't we, really?
It would have been nice, but I suppose in a weird way over the last couple of weeks, we've had one question that's probably the only concern with this team that needed answering, and that is, well, how's the team going to cope without Ndidi in it? And if you look at our last few results, Chris, not very well, apparently, it would seem. So it's probably even more ideal that we are starting to see the likes of Pratt back on the bench and being ready, available for us in more ways than one. Winks is less of a concern, despite being a more potent and a player, if you will, a more if he was to list most prioritised Leicester players for me, I'd have Winks ahead of Ndidi because of what he does on the pitch. But I feel we've got an abundance of players to deal with that position, so it's not the worst thing in the world. But it is what it is, isn't it? We're not the only team that suffer with injuries, and we're not the only team that sees a player go out injured and goes, "Oh, I know we said we had depth, but I hope that's not a long injury," because we know what he brings to us on the pitch when he is fit and available. So
last game out, Luke, Watford put 5 past Rotherham. That was a very long sigh.
We're not Rotherham. You know what I mean? Like, we're Leicester City. We're top of the league for a reason. I know I sound confident tonight, and I don't want to give us the kiss of death again, but like, I think this 2 weeks is really going to help us. I'm feeling really positive about tonight. It's got a good feeling.
I don't know, Brad. Last time he was like that, we lost. So I
didn't go 4-0. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if anyone watched the prediction show last night, if not, go and check it out. And Anthony, I'm not bottom. I've just done a Man City. I broke some rules and brought 2 extras in to get me off the bottom. I've done a Man City. But with my predictions, mate, you can't go much worse than what I do with them. I mean, I think I've gone 3-1 for today, which is a little bit sensible for me when you consider some of the other scoreline predictions I made over the 2 weeks.
Do we worry that we've lost? I mean, you know, when Enzo was asked about it, he said losing 2 isn't worrying, 3 is another matter. Doesn't exactly fill me with confidence, Brad.
No, but he makes a statement. He makes a very good point. And again, we kind of have to unscramble his English, if you will, if you'll pardon the pun, because I think what he's basically saying there, I'm not sure if he should have said out loud, but he probably has said to his players, like, look, 2 losses, it happens. It can happen. It's happened to every team in this division, barring us, until Leeds and Millwall rolled into town. That doesn't mean we need to change too much. That's telling me that we're off the pace, bit of change in personnel maybe, and we'll get back to winning ways. But if we lose again, maybe I need to have a rethink. Maybe I need to change something in the lineup. Maybe I need to change something in the formation. That's when I need to start having to think about it. Right now, he's basically saying, I'm not too concerned because this can happen to any team in the league. But if we start to lose more than 2, that's when I start to ponder new ideas, new personnel, etc. Yeah, again, I understand what he's saying. Should he have said it out loud and give the game away to his players and that without talking to them? I don't know if that's the wisest thing to do, but I get what he's trying to say, basically.
Luke, every team has struggled. I mean, when you look at that's the top 7 at the moment. We've beaten Sunderland, we've beaten Preston, we've beaten Southampton. We've only lost to Leeds in that top 6. But you look, Southampton started well, fell off. You know, we beat them 4-1. They fell away. Preston North End are up like the proverbial, you know, females' knickers on a wedding night. Sunderland seem to be up and down as well. West Brom are just sort of neither doing one thing or the other. So there's a few teams there, Ipswich exempted, that have seemed to have had that little blip that every team seems to get during the season. Is this our little blip?
Possibly. We've got a long season ahead, and that's also why I think we've kind of got to be patient with Enzo. You know, I see what you're all saying, and I agree. It could be alarming what he's been saying and sticking to how he plays and playing the Enzo way. But don't forget, this is a really new team, and this is also a new manager, and we are still top of the league. So considering this team just starting with a new team, I think he's doing quite well. If we, like Brad said, we lose another game and it's frustrating, then yes, I hope we do, or he does have a conversation where he changes his tactics up a bit. I think also from this part of the season onwards is when things start to settle a little bit for all teams and we really find out where we all stand in the next 10 games, I say.
Yes. Do you, Brad? I mean, I was watching Match of the Day or whatever it's called on a Saturday earlier, and Alex Scott made the very good point that, you know, doing really, really well in this division is one thing. And you were talking about Burnley, and look at them and they have struggled. And sometimes you have to adapt. As she was saying, company doesn't have a plan B, and that's why they're struggling. And sometimes you have to look and go, well, it's very nice playing this way, but we've got to get results first and foremost. Then we can start playing out from the back football. And you mentioned it on a couple of shows that does Enzo have a plan B?
Yeah, and I agree with what she said, Alex. I agree with what she says. I think every team needs a plan B because you do get complacent, and maybe even if Leicester were to win today, I think maybe this is a game where you do judge the performance, because if we kind of fumble our way to a 2-1 win and get out of jail in the 88th minute or something, and it's kind of we're sat there going, well, yeah, we won. Maybe we didn't deserve it, but it doesn't matter. We got 3 points. I'd like to feel that Enzo would sit there and go, we got away with that. I need something else. This is why I think it's a good sign in some ways that he's already kind of objectifying the fact that 2 losses is okay, but 3 would be all right. Yes, that's the confirmation. I just hope that if we were to win or draw this game, that he doesn't suddenly go, well, okay, we did get 3 losses, so I don't need to do anything else. I would like to think we need a plan B, because I think you get so comfortable when you're winning and everything's going well and you're top of the league and you're like, well, I don't need to change it. And then you kind of ask, well, why change it? Why change it? Because teams figure you out. And if teams, with the greatest respect, if teams in this division, whether it's now, whether it's near the end of the season, start to figure you out, and you start like drawing games, losing games, winning.
Say that again, Brad. What?
I know. It's because I went to burp and hiccup at the same time. That was horrible. Stop bullying me. Anyway, no, they figure you out, and if they do that at this division, what's an Arsenal or a Newcastle or a West Ham or even a Crystal Palace going to do to you? If they can sit there and go, well, sod me, 35-year-old bloody Ben Dickens or whatever his name is, who plays for Plymouth Argyle, can defend against them. We don't have to worry about them playing against us like that, because we'll just play them off the park. So I feel like Leicester have better quality going up than Burnley do, with the greatest respect, if you look at our squads already, compared to theirs. But yeah, we definitely need a plan B, regardless of how things go, in my opinion.
Indeed. I've forgotten my question now. I was so put off with Brad using the wrong set of teeth. I forgot my question for you, Luke. Let's move on to score predictions then. I mean, you've not by any chance gone 4-0, have you, Luke?
No, I've done the same as Brad. I've gone 3-1.
Oh, God, you mad fool.
No, I didn't see what he put in. I just put in what I thought was going to be. I can't do 4-1 again. Every time I be modest and give a reasonable score, we smash them. And then whenever I say 4-0, we don't get even score.
You've gone 3-1. Brad, you've gone 3-1. I've not been quite as confident as you, because, again, I think Watford will score. But I've gone 2-1 to Leicester. My favourite. I may have picked that a couple of times in the prediction show last night. But if they want to get the predictions in the chat below, then we'll read them out. Talking of predictions, technically, Brad, you are still bottom. I'm sorry. We've got a couple of games, but for a couple of weeks, you'll be back there at the bottom again. I should give them another colour, really, just to highlight them. But Luke's joined us and Dave has joined us, I believe. I am going down like Everton being docked points at the moment. I was in Europe, and soon I'm being dragged into a relegation battle, keeping Brad company. If I'm looking at it that way. Looking at coming up for we've got the 2 games. And I said earlier, Brad, that this is probably, apart from obviously Winks not being available and Fatawu not being available, we are tending to see the same sort of starting 11 all the time. Is this, do you think, his favourite starting lineup?
I don't know if favourite's the right word, but I can't also think of another word for it. So, yeah, I would probably say it's his preferred lineup.
Yes.
Yeah, I would say his preferred, his strongest lineup. Yeah, I think it's thereabouts. I know the first couple of weeks it was like, well, who's going to play? I suppose you're going off what's available to him. It definitely is. I could imagine if Doyle hadn't have injured himself, he might find himself rotating in there a bit more. But taking what he's got, that's probably his. There's definitely some set in stone players in there, isn't there? You know, we all thought after Cody came back, it'd be a case of, oh well, see you, Chris's love child. You'll drop to the bench. You'll be the rotation, but it's not. So obviously, he clearly has these favoured players, and most of these are, you know, if someone said for you to blindly list the 11 players that he would pick week in, week out, given a choice, like I said, minus maybe Doyle and Winks, I think you're pretty much there for a solid starting 11.
Luke, got a game Wednesday. What? I mean, let's say Inacho and, you know, our strikers haven't been prolific this season. We've been scoring, yes, but it's been spread out. I think we had 13 scorers, I think, at the last count. Inacho doesn't have, sorry, Brad, close your ears. Inacho doesn't have a good game. So on 60 minutes, Enzo's looking to change it. Does he sticking it, oh, come on, let's get Vardy on? Or does he try and, you know, we spoke about Cannon earlier. Surely it is time to let, no pun intended, but to let him loose, is it not?
I think so. I genuinely believe. Who is it that we've got next game? Is it Sheffield or
Wednesday?
Sheffield Wednesday.
Yeah, Sheffield.
Away.
Yeah. Okay. So I think that it's going to be interesting to see what happens to Vardy, but I think that Cannon will come on with about 20 minutes to go, or maybe 15, probably 20, and then he'll start against Sheffield. That's what I think is going to happen.
You'd think so with the links with Sheffield Wednesday, wouldn't you?
Yes, and like again, you've got AFCON coming up, so we're going to get him settled. And again, hold your ears, Brad. I don't think we're going to have Kelechi here or Ndidi after January. I think they're both going.
Now that's interesting. Let me come to you, Brad. Calm down now. Count to 10 and calm down. But look, both of them, the contracts expire at the end of the season. You know, Ndidi's been linked with abroad. Kelechi's been linked with Palace. Why he'd want to do that, though, who knows? All right, we could lose them at the end of the season, but for me, as an accountant at the KP, I would look at that and go, right, okay, we might not get anything for them if we keep holding them until the summer, but if they get us back up, that's worth more than we would probably get for two, and let's be honest with you, championship level players at the moment.
Yeah, I get that, and it's a bit different to being in the Premier League when we had, you know, 7 or 8 players that were out of contract at the end of the season. Okay, granted, probably only one of them was an eye raiser for us, and we all know who that was because he could have signed a 2-year contract with a fee attached to it, but he chose to go to Villa for free, and he's sulking on the reserves bench. So that's not my problem. But here it seems like it's a whole different ball game, isn't it, Chris? Because if they get us promoted, okay, then you kind of go, well, realistically, what would we have got for them? Because yes, they're having especially Wilfred is having a good season in the Championship, but it doesn't really raise your value too much. If you're a youngster, it does, but when you're in your mid-20s, it doesn't really add too much value to what you're worth. So if you say we'd have got 30 million between them for the pair of them, if they get us promoted,
think that, you see what I'm saying? We would earn more from getting promoted.
Exactly.
Them in January, you know.
For what we'd get for them to keep them and let them go on a free in the summer. To what that would benefit the club and what we'd get financially, what we'd be able to do in terms of knowing what our transfer targets are going to be next season, because we would we lost Iheanacho because we're not going to keep Daka either. So maybe in January, it'd benefit us if they both stayed and got us up, and then we kind of went, well, you go with our blessing. I think that would be a very good agreement to have with them.
Last question, very quick here. We're 5 minutes from kickoff. So, Luke, talking to Daka, 3 goals in 5 games, is it, or something, or 5 in 8, or whatever it is for him for Zambia. Can't even get on the bench, can he?
That's exactly why I think Kalic is going, because Enzo knew that he didn't like Daka. He hasn't been played. He's been frozen out, right? And it's between Vardy, who's getting on, it's probably his last season, and we've got Kalic with a question mark next to him. I don't think going up is dependent on him, and that's why I think we signed Tom Cannon just in case he didn't re-sign. That's why I think that there's a good chance he might go as well.
Yeah,
it was a huge statement by when we bought Cannon.
It was, especially because he wasn't playing. But I just think Daka, for me, hasn't had the chances. He's very much reminds me of Iheanacho before he got in with regular game time. Like, who have we bought? Why isn't he playing well? Why isn't he scoring? Because he's only getting 5 minutes here and 10 minutes there. And exactly the same as what's happened to Daka. Guys, I'm going to go because they're getting ready to come out on the teams onto the pitch. Take care, Luke. Will we see you at half time? I know it's late over there, isn't it?
Yeah, I'll be here for half time, mate. No worries.
I will see you then, and Brad, I will see you then as well.
Yes, you will.
Can you go and get your other set of teeth in the meantime?
I was just doing my best impersonation of open all hours.
No, I'm not going to say anything. I will speak to you guys at half time. Thanks very much. All the best, and see you then. Fingers crossed. Come on,
mate.
This is the Leicester Till I Die Watch Along show. Join in the chat and don't forget to subscribe.
Meet me at the clock tower. That's the Tifu that is being held up at the cop end of the KP as things stand at the moment. Welcome along. Remember, as it says going across the bottom, we have got mods in today, so there is to be no spoilers. We're all watching it at different times. We're all at different parts of the game. Basically, if anybody says anything, even if they think they're being funny and it's a joke, before I say or I announce it and it spoils it, that's why it's called a spoiler, you will be kicked immediately. If it's a mistake, be more careful. If you think you're being funny, you're not. So no spoilers. When I've said it or when I've reacted, and I might be behind, and I know I am behind because it's the way that the way you watch it, the way it works. So any spoilers, mods that are in, have got permission just to kick out straight away. VODs could be, mate, but hasn't been recently. Steve, good morning, mate. How are you? Welcome along, sir. Nearly overslept. Set your alarm. I'm disappointed, Jeff. Body clock should be waking you up for this. We have a better budget than Bernie. Yeah, well, they've got American owners, so we let's not. Who knows? But anyway, we'll worry about that. We've got to get there first. Let's be honest, and that is the difference. We do have to get there. If you like a bit of fun, I haven't updated of recent, but if anybody wants to join us on TikTok, scan the QR code there. There's 2 TikTok accounts. One of them is my personal one, and if you ask to follow me on that, I ignore you because that is purely for family and very close friends. I love you all, but that is what that one is for. The LTID TV one, that is found by the Q code there, the QR code. So if you want to follow us, I just upload. I need to do a few this weekend, actually. Upload little clips where things have gone wrong and things are silly and what have you. So please do follow us on TikTok. I can't go live because I don't have it. I need 1,000 followers to go live, and I've got about 10. Stephen Smith, hello, sir. How are you? We've got a brace of Stevens in at the moment. Welcome along, sir. How the devil are you? If you are new, and obviously you do have to subscribe to the channel to quote. That's just one of the rules that I have. But also, guys, please do smash the likes. When you smash the likes, even if you're not subscribed, what it basically does, it gets us seen. If somebody that doesn't subscribe goes onto YouTube and just opens up the home page, you get 3 or 4 things from channels that you haven't followed. You know, the thumbnails come up. That's what liking it does. And obviously, when people see the channel, hopefully they'll watch it and get what's the one I'm looking for? Get subscribed. So please do smash the likes. I really do appreciate it. And there's no need to call the good lady that, Jeff. That's very naughty. Minor will not be happy with you calling her that. 86% of you think it will be a Leicester win. 5% will be a Watford win. 5% will be a draw. I am going to end that now. So Leicester 86, Watford 5, and a draw 5. Not sure. No, 87%. Still doesn't. I did 88. I was wondering why that wasn't working then. Right, I'm just going to end the poll now. There we go. He's not going to be very happy, but I've ended the poll. And this is it. This is Leicester versus Watford. Can we get back to winning ways? We need to get back to winning ways. 2 losses, not the end of the world, but it just doesn't fill us with confidence, does it? You are watching LTID TV. This is Leicester Till I Die. Thank you so much for joining us. Please smash the likes button and give us a subscribe. This is Matchday Live, and we are about to go into the watch along as the players are coming out.
This is the Leicester Till I Die Watch Along Show. Join in the chat and don't forget to subscribe.
I will love it if we beat them. Love it.
Totally love it. Totally love it. Gianluca, welcome along, sir. How are you? Greetings from Argentina. You are most welcome, sir. Nice to see you. And as Gray says there, everybody, no spoilers. Meet me at the clock tower. How often, as a Leicester person, have you said that? So this is the lineup. Hermansen in goal. Justin Vestergaard phase will be about 3, with Piera dropping back in defence, but going into midfield when we are attacking. Chowdhury sits there just in front of the back defenders. McAteer and Mavididi on the wings. Indeed, in Dewsbury Hall, just backing up Iheanacho up front. Cannon and Akgun and Fatawu, Sutar Pratt, Vardy, Cassidy, Cody and Stolchik are all on the bench. So, nice to see Ndidi back. Nice. I'm a bit worried with Cannon, whether there's a bit of pressure on him at all. And I mean that in the way that, you know, he did so well last season at... what's the word I'm looking at Preston. So are we expecting a lot of him? Thank you so much, sir. I am glad you do like my attire, which is very much appreciated. I had the red one on. You missed me on the preview yesterday, on the preview show. Go back and check it, Gray. I had the red one on, and everybody accused me of being a Nottingham Forest fan. Look, whatever colour shirt we go for, I mean, I'm wearing blue. It's the same colour as Chelsea, isn't it? So we are just waiting for kickoff at the moment. Backman in goal for Watford. Livermore's in there. Ince is in there, number 7. Oh, God, they got an Esprilla in defence. Ricardo's captain. It looks like he's won the toss because he's chosen that we are going to be kicking from left to right. Watford doing their change strip of white and white tops and purple shorts. Damn them. Why is it when I do... So here we go. We're about to kick off. Come on, you foxes. Oh, back to taking the knee. Interesting. There we go. Watford, white tops, purple shorts or burgundy shorts and socks, kicking from right to left. Leicester in their all blue kit, kicking from left to right, and obviously that means they'll be kicking towards the Kop at the in the second half. I do prefer the all blue. Does anybody prefer the blue and white or the all blue? And it's back to Hermansen from Vestergaard. They will probably be seeing a lot of that. I know Boris, who used to come in, doesn't like the slow play, but it's just something we've got to kind of get used to, really, because it's the way that everybody plays at the moment. So Faze on the right wing here. Forward. Was that not a foul? No, indeed he went down, but Watford have now got it in the middle of the park. Goes back to the defenders. Oh, Faze coming in for it, misses it. But it is being covered by Ricardo, but the ball ends up being passed back to Hermansen. 76 of you in. Please do smash that like button. It really does it really is appreciated. Fass has lost his boot. So we're stopping while he's just putting his boot back on. Yeah, so 75 in, 18 likes, 21 now. Come on, guys. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. So, yeah, we're going to just asking Matt Elliott there about on the stream whether he thinks Leicester will get a lot of possession. We normally do, don't we? That's how we like to play it. So into the second minute. That was a stop there for Faze to put his boot back on. Ricardo plays it back to Hermansen. And Acho way back there in his own half to take the ball from Hermansen. Manson almost walking it out. Finally gets it forward here. Indeed, that's just another time he's fallen over. He's got to be careful. I don't know. That's twice he's nearly fallen over in the first 2.5 minutes. Yeah, I rate him, mate. I think I'm glad he got an extension. I think sometimes he offers us that bite in midfield that we sometimes struggle for. So it's Watford now on the near side. It's gone out off McAteer for a throw-in to Watford. Halfway inside their own half. Just outside his manager's box is Enzo. Looking a bit pensive, but it's back with the Watford goalkeeper. Plays it out to the far side now. They bring it forward. Tried to play it through the middle. Good ball, in fairness, but couldn't turn past Vestergaard. But it ends up back at Watford and will start all over again. Is the sound okay, by the way, everybody? Hopefully it is. So just playing it around at the back at the moment, Watford. Now it's a long ball forward. And it's going to go out by the look of it. Yes, it is. The Watford player tried to turn Faze, but he couldn't do it. Sema, I don't know how you pronounce it. Ricardo looking resplendent in his pink boots. Throws it back to Faz. Faz is bundled over there and he's got a free kick off the referee. $24 likes. Let's see if we can get it up to 50 likes, everybody. 91 in now. Let's see if we can get it up to 50. Blackburn have gone 1-0 up at Stoke. That's my prediction there, straight out the window. Oh, McAteer lost it, but now it goes across to Mavididi on the far side. Can you see some silky skills from him? He tries to go around the player. He's bundled over, but it was all fair in love and war. And it's booted forward by Watford, but only as far as the Leicester player. Vestergaard, Piera, Vestergaard, and it's back to Hermansen as well. Yeah, great. That was the saying, wasn't it? Going into town at weekend. Yeah, I'll see you. I'll meet you at Clock Tower at 3 o'clock. I'm a duck. Yeah, you will. I used to meet at Ainley's. I used to live in Ainley's. Oh my God, money I used to spend at Ainley's. I could have made a fortune selling them bags back, I tell you. But now Faz has it. He chips it all the way across the far side. Can Mavididi get to that? I don't think he will. No. Oh, back heel off Mavididi, which hit the Watford defender, went out and gets the throw in. That is good play there for Mavididi. Well done, mate. Well done. It will be, Jeff. It will be. Thank you, Ben. Thank you very much. I've had a bit of a move around, and I moved the old microphone, but I've had to move it back because it was awful. Oh, it was offside Mavididi there. So it's going to be a free kick to Watford. They're on their 16th manager in 19 years, guys. I think that's what I actually said, what the thing was. Let's have a look. As Watford come forward from the free kick. Oh, McAteer, what a good tackle there. Brings it forward now on the right side. Just checks inside. Plays it infield to Chowdhury. Chowdhury across to James. James, he slows it down again and passes it back to Vestergaard. And he goes all the way back to Hermansen again. No way forward. So we just press it back and pass it back and slow it down. Yeah. Valerian Ismail, he's a 19th manager in 11 years. Wow. Now, Mavididi got it as he lost it. Yeah, it was played into a bit of trouble there. But Vestergaard now to James. Mavididi, I should say. Back to Hermansen. 19th manager in 11 years. Oh, Ainley's records, mate. I absolutely... one a week at least. I always bought at least one record a week from Ainley's. I think they started out on a market stall, didn't they? What I liked about them is you could always go in. They used to have a section for old gold. And you could always go in and buy older records. I started my love of music off, really. Which, of course, has led me all the way to being a DJ on the morning show. Golden Breakfast Show on Surrey Radio. SurreyHillsRadio.co.uk. Leicester have the ball in the middle now. Mavididi playing 1-2 with Ian Atcho, but didn't quite get it through. Indeed, he was offering some backup there. Just short of 100 people in, 96. We've got 29 likes, guys. Let's see if we can get it up to 50. Hermansen has the ball. I say Hermansen. I say Hermansen. I always think of the Addams family. He's actually more forward than Vestergaard at the moment. Plays it out to Faz on the near side. Forward to Ndidi. Plays 1-2 with Iheanacho. Now it's going back to Ricardo. Neat little 1-2s here. Faz. Out to McAteer. Back to Faz again. On the near side. They're playing down the right at the moment. Faz just calms it down on the halfway line. That's going to go back to Vestergaard. It does. Chowdhury to Justin. But we lost it. But now... Oh! Oh, that was unlucky. That was a bad pass back there from Watford. They played it to the back. I don't know what the Watford player was doing. I think he turned off for a minute. Iheanacho just stood in front of him and took the ball off him. Unfortunately, it had a little bit too much pace on it. Asquith. Now that name rings a bell. The beer cage. I don't remember the beer cage. Who remembers Bailey's? That came up on my timeline recently on Leicester Remembered or one of those sites. Oh, Bailey's nightclub. So Watford coming forward down the left. 30 likes. Thank you very much, guys. Appreciate it. But Watford now. Cross the ball in. Oh, my God. Talk about getting away with one. Oh, 10 minutes there has gone. And they were so lucky, Leicester. Miskicked in front of the goal there. Let's just have a look. Pulls it over. He tries to backheel it. We absolutely, I think we got away with one there. Phew. What was Asquith? What did they do? I know the name, but Watford come away now down the left side. Nice little movement for Watford. Bring it back. Watford are giving it a go at the moment. Fair play to them. A long shot there, and it's high wide. Well, it's not high, it's not wide, but it's certainly high. Not a good. Were they like electrical shop? Asquith, I'm not sure. Who's been to Bailey's? I saw Freddie Starr. If you're outside of the UK, it should be MBT. Please, somebody tell. I don't remember Winston's, but please, somebody tell me what Asquith did. It's driving me mad even. Yeah, no, MBT, I think you have to be outside of the UK to watch it. So, Faz. 11 minutes gone. It's been pretty even, if I'm honest with you. At the moment, it's pretty much it's 58-42 possession to Leicester. Watford have had 2 more shots than us, though, at the moment. It's all 0-0s in this division, apart from Blackburn, who are winning 1-0 as things stand. Vestergaard tries to play it. Oh, he fell badly then. Who's that? That's Mavididi. But Leicester are playing on. Oh, my God. Oh, that was a look. That was a lovely cross there from KDH. Tried to get it in. I think Mavididi is back up now. He went down. Nobody was near him. He went between 2 players, but I think he fell over his own feet. And we carried on. It was a bar. It should be working in the USA, MBT. I don't know why it shouldn't be. Dewsbury Hall, though, carried on playing when Mavididi was down. Got a lovely crossing, but fortunately just didn't quite get to a Leicester player. But it was well spotted by Kieran Dewsbury Hall, in fairness. Wow, Jeff, Norman, Wisdom, I bet. Oh, Dewsbury Hall now in the far side. Can he get the crossover? He gets it in. Can we get a head on it? No, it's over all the players. McAteer, though, retrieves the ball. Faz now plays it in. Back to Chowdhury. Back to Vestergaard. Plays it back across to Faz. I went to see it, and it's back to Hermansen. I had one of my first ever adult dates, shall we say, in as much as I think I was 18. Or was I? No, I couldn't have been. I was 16. I'm not sure you had to be a certain age to get in, but I took Debbie, she was called, lived up the road from me. We went to see Went to see Freddie Starr. So Mavididi, lovely 1-2 with Kieran Dewsbury Hall. What can he do with the ball? He plays it in. Dewsbury Hall's got it back. Nearly tripping over himself. It's back to Mavididi. He's got 2 on him now, but he's out to Chowdhury. Chowdhury, though, back to Vestergaard. Priera nearly lost possession then. Faz has got it. We're still attacking here. Ndidi on the ball. Ricardo. Chowdhury. Lovely ball out to Mavididi on the far side. Oh, he tries to come in on his right foot, but it hits the Watford player. But Leicester still have the ball. Leicester now keeping hold of it. It's on the far side. Mavididi. Kieran Dewsbury Hall pointing at him there to pass it back. It's with Faz. Dewsbury Hall outside to Mavididi. Mavididi on the edge of the box. Tries to come in. Cuts the ball across, but it's headed clear. But only as far as Faz. And then Faz shoots and it's wide. What a lovely bit of play there from Leicester. We were on top. I suppose Faz is not the sort of person you want it to fall to when it comes to a shot on the edge of the box. 114 in. Welcome along, everybody. Please subscribe if you are new and smash those likes. Thailand, I'll be honest with you. Keith, let me say Keith. I'd love to be able to pronounce the other one, Keith, but I'm not going to disrespect you and get it all wrong. So welcome along, Keith. King of Clubs, it did. It did. I remember that date night. I tried to play it through there, but it didn't. It was cut out by the Watford player. They still have it, and they come away down on the near side. Can they cross the ball in? No, they can't. Faz stops it going out for a corner. Oh, Priera, though, can't. And it's out for a corner. First corner of the game. So nothing coming from the corner there. It's still 0-0. Just looking around the grounds. Swansea gone 1-0 up at Hull. How's that doing in my predictions? I've got a 1-1 there, so I'm halfway there. Blackburn 1-0 up away at Stoke. Everything else is sitting at 0-0. Obviously, it was 1-1 last night in the Yorkshire derby between Leeds and Rotherham. Full fat band. Wow. You've got to say that well, haven't you? Anyway, Ricardo now breaking away down the near side. Nobody's closing him down at the moment. He's got the freedom of the pitch. Plays it outside to McAteer. McAteer. Ndidi. Back to McAteer. Is that a corner? No. Leicester claiming the corner. It was a lovely 1-2 there. But McAteer shouting for the corner. Just went up to 18 minutes gone. It was in the Haymarket, wasn't it? Underneath the Haymarket, Baileys. Yeah. Oh, sorry, Greg. Saw you put the thing there, Haymarket. Yeah. So Faz plays it all the way back to Manson again. Lovely there. That was a bit of play. I think Iheanacho was involved. With McAteer and Ndidi. Oops. Anyway, bad ball there from Watford. McAteer got it to Dewsbury Hall, who's all over the place at the moment. Maybe filling in that kind of Winks role. Oh. Bad ball there to Dewsbury Hall. It's very, very hard. He couldn't really take it on board. Norwich have gone 1-0 up at QPR. Who knew? Surely I've got Norwich down for a win there, haven't I? Yes, 1-0. I nearly went for a draw, but I did go 1-0 in the end. So Tom Ince down the far side now. for Paul's son, obviously. Brings it infield for Watford. Oh, it's going to be a free kick. Yep. They've got a free kick in a very dangerous position. I'm 62, Stephen. I did leave Leicester when I was 18. No, 21. I left Leicester when I was 21. So it's a free kick to Watford then. About 12 foot outside the penalty area. Oh, it was he took the shot straight from the free kick there. Hermansen wasn't really troubled. He just watched it sail over his bar, if I'm honest with you. Cornwall, I left for Blackpool. I left for Blackpool when I was 21, which was, I can't remember what year it was now, but early 80s. So Vestergaard out wide to Justin. Plays it inside. Tries to play a through ball. Iheanacho tries to put a bit of pressure on the goalkeeper, but it was easily his in the end. Long ball up. Vestergaard meets it with the header, though. Leicester defending well. Chowdhury to Ndidi. Ndidi brings it forward. Now, McAteer pulls it across. Oh, bit too close to the goalkeeper there, but it's a corner to Leicester now on the near side. Remember, Leicester kicking from left to right. Iheanacho was in the box. Ndidi powered that run. Now, that's what we missed, actually, from Ndidi, is those powerful runs. It was crossed in. I don't know whether it would have got to Iheanacho. He was waiting. There was a player between the cross and him. But unfortunately, the goalkeeper got down to it and made the save. To Ireland. I was speaking to an Irish lady the other night, an Irish singer, Lisa Lamb. I had her on my radio show. So it's a corner to Leicester. It comes in, headed clear though by Watford. Navadidi. Back to Ricardo. Just calm it down, Leicester. 22 minutes gone. Plymouth have gone 1-0 up at Sunderland. Faz now out to Dewsbury Hall on this right wing at the moment. Plays it back to Faz and he runs infield into his more normal central role. And takes the ball off Ricardo. Brings it forward. He looks for options. He has a shot at goal though. Oh. It was saved. I don't know whether it was actually going in or not, but the goalkeeper needed to make the save. He did make the save. Yes, it was on target. It was on target. The goalkeeper had to save it. It wasn't the most powerful of shots, but it took it hit the ground going in, so it could have sort of bounced up and over. But it was well taken by the Watford goalkeeper. But Leicester have it back again just inside their own half. Vestergaard, I'm sure, will play. Oh, no, he doesn't play it. Yes, he does. He does play it back to Hermansen, but Hermansen's so far forward, he looked like a defender. So this, I feel we are playing better than we did against Middlesbrough. Leicester Market. I used to work at W.H. Smith's just in front of Leicester Market, and P&O Travel, which was on the corner, I think became American Express, was on like that corner building. I worked there for a bit. And I worked on the high street for Co-op Travel. So anyway, Hermansen here. 23 minutes on the clock. Strolls forward with it very nonchalantly. Kicks it forward now. Tries to get it to KDH, but it's headed clear and very easily by Watford. Faz heads it back out, though. Ricardo now. He's going to go back to Hermansen, which he does. What's Hermansen going to do with it now? Ricardo comes forward, but he's being marked. Chowdhury short to Hermansen, who gets it back, looking for options. Faz will take it. He's open on the right. He's a long ball forward and over the top for McAteer. Oh, he doesn't quite able to take it down. It comes off his knee and goes out for a throw-in. Squirrel, hello there from Doha in Qatar. How the devil are you, sir? Well, I hope. You used to be a bin man, did you, Stephen Wheely? I'm sorry. Free kick to Leicester. I think I should be booked for that joke. So Chowdhury with the ball in the centre. 1-2 there with Ricardo. Iheanacho out to McAteer now. Iheanacho takes it from him. Plays it to Dewsbury Hall. He can't get the through ball though, and it comes to Watford. But Watford play it very sloppily out, and Mavadini gets it on the right. Back to James. Back to Dewsbury Hall now. He's going to run at the defenders. Plays it out to Faz on the edge of the penalty area. He chips it in. Looks in out for Dewsbury Hall, who heads it down. Ending up, it's gone all the way back into our own half again. I didn't see any spoilers. Gray. Morecambe, Stephen. Sorry, just catching up with that. I haven't seen any spoilers. Remember, guys, no spoilers. It does say. I haven't seen any, to be honest with you. We're on 26 minutes. Ricardo, Iheanacho, Chowdhury, Ndidi, Chowdhury, Ndidi, James Justin, as I should say. Wow. Lovely place, I would imagine, to live. Squirrel. Oh, that's going to be, that's a free kick there. Right, that's a good position for Leicester. Squirrel, you must have been nuts to go there. Thank you, I'm here all week. NBT, yes, it is delayed. Basically, you've got everybody that is watching all over, whether it's in the chat, whether it's me. We're all on basically different times because they're all using different feeds. So basically, the main time that we use is mine. I'm on 27 minutes at the moment, so that is the time that we all stick to. 70% possession for Leicester at the moment. Swansea 2-0 up at Hull. So, it's a good position, just right in the penalty area, but outside the box, if that makes sense. So, who's going to take this free kick? Dewsbury Hall, probably. I think Justin's there with him. Brazil, we're all over the world. Wow. So, Dewsbury Hall, Justin. Oh, neither of them were actually going to take and hit the target, probably. But that said, as in they're not, as Matt Elliott just said, they're not particularly free kick specialists. But ran over it. James Justin played it back, went to Dewsbury Hall, and it wasn't that wide. It wasn't that far wide, but unfortunately, it was just wide. Marcelo, Brazil. NBT, you are welcome. Bedless, hello. 133 in at the moment watching this. You are all welcome. I think we've got people from all over the world here. We've got 37 likes. Come on, guys. 141 now in. 37 likes. It helps the channel so much. Please, please, subscribe is what I'd love you to subscribe, but please at least smash that likes button. We've got 38 likes. 141 of you are in. Vestergaard out to Faz now, just inside our own half. Faz Sway tries to go all the way out to Mavadini, but it's cut out by Watford. But then it does come to Chowdhury's pushed over there and gets the free kick. She is. She was Gray. She was. Oh, there's a booking there. First booking of the game to Watford for pushing over Chowdhury. Bedless, you welcome, mate. We welcome fans from all clubs. We had Anthony in earlier, who's an Arsenal fan. You're welcome to come, mate. Welcome along to the group. Vardy's on the bench, mate. Thank you very much, guys. Up to 48 likes now. Appreciate that. It's another free kick to Leicester. So you just got the first booking, Bedless. Imran Loser. Or is it Loza? I suppose Loser would not really be a very apt name for him. McAteer. Vardy is on the bench. MS Mac, welcome along from Houston in Texas. Hopefully we don't have any problems today. And I know my jokes are awful and bad. I'm sorry. I can't help myself. The moment I've got to say Leicester on top, Bedless. McAteer coming forward. Oh, that's taken out again, but it's no play. They carry on playing. We've got possession. Oh, now it's given away. Maybe the free kick would have been better, but he didn't play chances then. But what have it? Down the right hand side. Good for you there, Gray. I bet you're not, Bedless. I bet you're not. Elizabeth, hello. We've got a few in now from America. We've got a little American collective in. Did you, Gray? Was it a good job or was it rubbish? Thank you. You tip them over, I'll let them in. We'll do it. No, this is what the fans want, apparently. But Elizabeth, welcome along. You're welcome. Oh, bad ball out there. Kicked it straight to Ndidi, but he loses. Watford get it back, though. And now Watford breaking down the left. Oh, he delivers it. It's a bad ball in, though. He had helped the Watford player there, but he didn't use him. McAteer takes it down, but loses it out. But now Watford have it again in the corner, in this near corner. Is that going to be a free kick? Yeah, I did catch the Watford player. Yeah, no problem, Gray. Thank you. There's a free kick here. Sweden. So we've got, hang on, I'm going to start making a note of this. Carolina, Mark. Hang on, too many. I think we've virtually got all 52 American states covered. Can I just say to everybody that is in here from the USA, I hope you're having a great Thanksgiving. I understand it's this weekend. Was it yesterday or is it today? Whatever, I do hope that you have or have had an absolutely amazing Thanksgiving. Oh, Hermanson there got a punch, gets it out to Watford, chip it back in. Oh, then we'll go through now. Hermanson can pick it up this time. Good punch there. Dynamite is in. Hello, Dynamite. 55 likes. Thank you so much, guys. What's Thursday? Steve in Florida. Sorry, mate. I apologize. Is it not at the weekend or is it on a set day? Is it on a particularly set day? Then whatever day of the week it falls in. Well, happy Thanksgiving to everybody that was in here from America. Happy Thanksgiving for Thursday. Hope you all had a great time with family, friends. I think we should have Thanksgiving here. Start Christmas off. We do MBT. Do you not? Mind you, I think in America it's more civilized. Hi, Ben. Yeah, can you not sign up to the Foxes Hub? Keith. So throw into Watford on the near side. So they've got the possession in their own half, defending it between goalkeeper and defender at the moment. Now it's a long ball forward. It goes over Vestergaard, just marshals it and lets it fall and run on to Hermansen there. 34 minutes gone. Let's just have a look at some of the scores and see how things are going. Bristol City 1, Middlesbrough 0, Millwall 0, Coventry 1, Norwich 1, QPR 0, Plymouth 1, Sunderland 1, Stoke 0, Blackburn 1, Swansea 2, Hull 0. All the other games are 0-0 at the moment. I remember when they had the original football league in America before the current one back in the 70s when you had Pele and Beckenbauer. Alan Birchnell went over. Used to be able to go to football matches and have picnics with the family. Oh, it was so good. And then here we had hooligans and bottle throwing and smoke bombs. So, oh. Jeff there, my history teacher. Thank you, Jeff. Indeed, his shot just trickled through there to the goalkeeper. 36 minutes gone here. 69%, 68% possession to Leicester. 32 to the away team. Both teams have had 4 shots now. Leicester 1 on target. Watford haven't had 1 on target yet. Just looking, Ipswich are playing tonight. Oh, doesn't bad from the Watford player there. He can't get it in. Chowdhury, but struggling to who to pass the ball to. Goes back to Hermansen, who just boots it upfield. Chowdhury there did well to keep control. Oh, now will this stay in? No, unfortunately, it went out. So it's a throw into to Watford, just inside their own half. I know him so well. Doesn't ring a bell, mate. Not Jared, no. I haven't got a Jared in my family that I know of. It's a very common Leicester name, though. There used to be a Florian House, which I think was the Liberal HQ or something, but there was a Florian House, I believe, in Leicester. Down here where I live, there's basically me and my family. My eldest has just got married, so he's going to carry on the Florian name. My daughters, obviously, if they get married, probably will lose the name. Oh, yeah, Nacho had the chance there, but the ball was just taken off his head. But no, in Leicester, I think it's very much a Leicester name. If you're not from Leicester, it's for Ryan. Bugs me. If you are from Leicester, of course, it is Florian. NBT, you are a gentleman, sir. Thank you so very, very much. Really do appreciate it. Thank you very much. Cleared there by Ricardo out. I do appreciate that. Thank you. Mavadidi now on the far. No, it's Dewsbury Hall, so on the far side. Mavadidi. Inacho. Mavadidi. Oh, it's taken off his foot. Oh, that was a lovely 1-2 there. That was a lovely bit of play there. Yeah, Anthony, I just announced that before. Who got a manager yet, Anthony? Dewsbury Hall with the corner. Comes across, but it's headed clear by Watford. Only as far as Chowdhury. McAteer. Back towards Ricardo in the centre circle. Goes back out towards Dewsbury Hall, who's on the left now. Inside to James. James, Mavadidi takes it off him. Chipped over now to McAteer. Is it on this far side? He's open. Oh, he doesn't meet it cleanly. He was open there. Thank you. I'm doing it. It's not always easy. Problem is, I look at the chat and then I miss something on the telly. But then again, I don't want to. Yeah, I don't always bring all the chats up, but I do sort of try and respond to them. But I do have Gray is in today, who is a mod who tries to keep up with the chat for me. But I appreciate it, MBT. Thank you so very much. It really does help. They're not cheap, this StreamYard thing, to keep this running. So, 40 minutes gone. Plymouth are now gone 2-0 up against Sunderland. It's another of my predictions out the window. Watford got the goalkeeper now. He boots it all the way up. It's into the Leicester half over the halfway line. Vestergaard, though, will collect this now in the right back position. Twists and turns and gets it back to Hermansen. Good play by the big Dane. Passes it back to his countryman, who gets it back. Chowdhury now. Vestergaard. James Justin. Now it's a throw-in. He's got the throw-in on the far side. I bet Luca's not happy then, Anthony. I haven't said that if he'd already left MK Dons. I don't suppose he managed. Dewsbury Hall gets it well. Oh, unlucky. He's still got it. What a lovely play from Dewsbury Hall. Mavadidi plays it in. Oh, it doesn't quite fall for Ndidi. Oh, I don't know how Dewsbury Hall managed to get hold of that. I really don't. Oh, that's a trip. Is it? Oh, that's got to be a penalty. No. How was that? I mean, Inacho went down, but he got up and carried on playing, and that might not have been a penalty, but then he was clearly nudged off the ball. Yeah, that wasn't, but... Oh, he was pushed. No, Matt, you're wrong. There was intent. He pushed him. McAteer, high shot from the corner. I'm sorry, I think that was a penalty. What are everybody else's thoughts on that? Thank you, Bedless. Oh, Watford give it away to McAteer now. He's in the centre of the field. Chowdhury. Dewsbury Hall turns with the ball. Oh, tries to play it through. It doesn't quite come off, but Watford can't clear it. James Justin, forward. McAteer. Mavadidi, wrong side. Dewsbury Hall. Chips it over into the box. Oh! McAteer. Header there. Good effort. Great cross into the box. Wow. Oh, that was a great effort there. In fairness, good goalkeeping from the Watford keeper. Well done, Jeff. So we should. Let's be honest with you, we're not missing it, are we? We're not missing it at all. Faz here. Oh, I want to run from Faz. 1-2. Oh, Faz maybe should have just left it for Iheanacho. But what a run. Alan Hansen-esque says. He took it off Iheanacho. I mean, he did take it all the way up there. Iheanacho, oh, it's just it's head tennis at the moment. They can't get it away, Watford. Now they can, and they break away on the far side. 44 minutes gone. Oh, but Leicester defend it well. James Justin, oh, good defending there. 1 minute. 1 minute, everybody. There hasn't been many stoppages, in fairness.
Cowabunga!
1 minute and injury time. 147 are in, 61 likes. Thank you, guys. Navadidi now. Iheanacho was holding the ball up. Well, oh my God! Somebody shoot! Oh my God! KDH missed kick. He was kicking at fresh air there. And there it is, it's half time. Guys, I'm off just to water the plants. I'll be back in a few minutes.
The TalkSport Fan Network is the ultimate on-demand destination for the UK's best fan-led football podcasts,
including Leicester Till I Die, independent analysis and reaction for the Foxes faithful.
The TalkSport Fan Network.
Unbeatable club-dedicated content created by the fans, for the fans.
Follow the podcast on the TalkSport Fan Network.
Indeed, welcome back. It's half time. 113 of you watching, 63 likes. Smash those likes, guys, please. Okay, let's just go through some of the half-time results here. Birmingham 1, Sheffield Wednesday 1, Bristol City 2, Middlesbrough 0, Huddersfield 0, Southampton 1, Leicester City 0, Watford 0, Millwall 0, Coventry 1, Norwich 1, QPR 0, Plymouth 2, Sunderland 0, Preston 0, Cardiff 0, Stoke 0, Blackburn Rovers 1, and Swansea 2, Hull 0. And then obviously got West Brom Ipswich at 5:30 on the TV. I think everybody's just talking amongst themselves at the moment. MBT, you are so right indeed. Yes, thank you very much. Right, let me bring everybody back in because we are looking at half time, and I'm not sure where Brad is, but Luke is there. Hello, Luke.
There you go, mate.
Yeah, all came to life towards the end, didn't it?
That last 10 minutes really did come to life. It was a little boring midway through that half, a little frustrating to begin with, and then we really started turning it up. If only that half went another 10 minutes, I think eventually we would have put one away.
Better team, Brad?
It's not hard to be the better team when Watford do sod all. Let's face it, they've done sod all, Watford. They haven't just parked a bus, they've got a flipping convoy parked. It is the most infuriating things to see in this challenge, and it just shows how scared teams can be to come up against us if that's how you're going to set up against us. I know we say there's no wrong way to play football, and there isn't, and I get they want to come up against top of the league and that, but this has been shambolic from a Watford point. I'd be embarrassed if I was Watford watching that 45 minutes. I'd be asking for 11 changes, a tactical change, everything, because Leicester haven't got going, and they've been the dominant force. I mean, I've had a few frustrations, as Luke knows, with my stream. I don't know what's been more annoying, the fact that we haven't scored, or the fact that my stream takes about 3 seconds of football and then decides it can't play anything else. I don't know. But, yeah, it's just, I don't know. We're missing something, though, Chris. I will say that. We are missing something.
Let me ask you, Brad. You don't think Watford are playing well then, Brad?
No, just in case you didn't pick up on that, just in case you're maybe misunderstanding.
Well, I wasn't sure, but we'll see what the Watford fan thinks. Watford can park the bus against a team full of Premier level players, basically.
Yeah.
Look,
true,
and it's a fair point, Bedless. It's a fair point. And I mean, look, let me just explain my position on Watford. I have nothing against Watford. I loved when Watford were almost with the original Leicester City. I don't know if anybody saw it earlier on the BBC, but there was an interview. Gary Lineker was interviewing Elton John, of course, who used to own the club. And what they did getting through to an FA Cup final and Europe and all that was amazing. Like I say, probably you could say the original Leicester. So what I don't like about Watford is the owners and the way that they treat the managers and the way that, they keep changing it and what have you. So, but certainly as a club, I have nothing against Watford. And I guess, Luke, we can't. They're not the first ones. I mean, I don't necessarily agree with everything that Brad said there. If I'm honest with you, maybe he thought they were parking the bus when his frame froze. But Luke, do you think? I mean, your thoughts on Watford?
Yeah, the only time it's a little bit of a concern is when we play, when teams do play negatively against us like that. When they turn over the ball, they looked a lot faster than us. About halfway through that half, we looked quite slow for a little while. And when we play that high position-based football, when we'd lose it, we'd look a little disorganized if they hit us fast in the counter, and that's when we get made to look slow. But if they are going to play really defensively like that, you can see us growing more and more confident, and that's when we have been able to methodically break teams down, gas them, and then you see those late goals pour in. So who knows, mate?
Do we need to change anything, Brad? You're muted, mate.
Sorry, it's because I was refilling and boiling the kettle, which I've just gone into the kitchen to drop my mug off.
Don't bother with coffees, mate. Second half, it's alcoholic time.
Well, no, I think the first half was just to keep me entertained and awake. Yeah, I do. I think we need to change something, and
that's the biggest inches I've ever had in my hand. I'll tell you.
Well, that explains the ex-wife part.
It is. I don't know where the full came from, mind you.
Yeah, the thing I would change is probably not going to sound very popular as a choice of what I'm saying here, but I would change formation. I would go for a 4-3-1-2. I'd make it a flat midfield 3. I would.
We have been screaming for 2 up front for how many seasons and about 4 different managers. It's never going to happen.
I know, but I would, mate. I don't understand because we seem so passive when our wingers aren't up there. We are dominating them through the midfield. Maybe that's a sign that when we have gotten the ball in behind, have we not realised that we've got it in behind and it's Dewsbury Hall at the edge of the box? He's not out wide getting in behind him. He's getting at the edge of the box. If we have, I mean, one thing that infuriated me, and I can't believe I'm going to say it, was Kelechi Iheanacho in that first half, but not for anything he did, more his instructions. Why is our only striker picking the ball up on the edge of the centre circle when we're trying to counter-attack? Why is our lone striker...
Believe it.
I don't believe that you are criticising your...
No. Again, don't mistake it as I'm criticising Kelechi for what he's doing. I'm criticising his instructions he's been given. Why is our lone striker basically playing centre midfield? The only way that works with Kelechi Iheanacho playing that deep line forward is if he's got a bloody striker as an outlet. Get 2 on. Take McAteer off. We don't need a winger. Put Mavididi up front for a temporary thing whilst we warm Tom Cannon up. Get Cannon on in the second half. Can go him and Iheanacho. Put Dewsbury Hall in that Maddison role and have Chowdhury and Ndidi run the midfield. It's getting boring now.
Luke, do you think that, to me, Dewsbury Hall seemed to be playing the Winks role today?
A little bit. I've actually got a lot to say. So I thought Dewsbury Hall really started to look a lot better at the end of that first half. But for me, I think Mavididi is too comfortable in that left wing. I think if they're going to change anything, I want to see Yunus come on for Mavididi. I thought that he was frustrating. And I also think that Ndidi looked a little rusty, but he was getting himself in a lot more dangerous positions. It's just his first touch was a little bit poor. And he also looked quite gassed towards the end of that first half. I would actually like to see Pratt come on for Ndidi and Yunus on for Mavididi. And I agree with Brad about Kelechi because Chris, at one point Kelechi took a ball from Mads. At no point should he be going all the way that deep to take a ball out from the back from the goalkeeper. That's just like taking the piss.
Yeah, I get what you're both saying, but it's something that when we were doing it at the start of the season and we were winning all the games, it was okay. Now we're not a scorer. But I know what you're saying. I do know totally what you're saying. Could have been 1-0 down very quickly after 10 minutes, though. A missed kick in front of our goal. Brad, I don't know if you saw that at all.
I did. And it would have just summed us up for the way we played football. Because when you get methodical and you get repetitive and you get boring, and we have been, and I know, Chris, you're saying when we were winning it was okay, but that shouldn't ever be the case. It shouldn't just be okay. It should be great. It should be fantastic. We were always saying, this is okay, but what happens when teams figure us out? Third game in a row, Chris, we haven't scored in, 180, 225 minutes of football?
But then going back
to the goal
that I asked, which was where we were looking.
Exactly, that's my point.
Yeah.
You're very spot on, Chris. You're very spot on with what you're saying because it's clearly not working enough. We are not potent enough. For top of the league, Chris, you love your stats, and these are ones where I don't mind them when they're used to really relay a point because this is a game where they will. I know players are coming back out, so I'll ask it quickly. How many shots have we actually had?
10.
And how many of them have you've obviously had a better watch of it than I have with my stream. How many of them have you actually looked at and gone, oh, we should have scored that? Because I think I've seen about one, maybe.
2 of them have been on target, so possibly with those 2.
Well, there you go then, 80% off target.
Yeah, I was surprised. I've got to be honest with you. I just looked over and saw the 10 and I was surprised at that. Very, very quickly, Luke, penalty. Should we have had a penalty for push on Iheanacho?
Yeah, we should have. It was twice in a row. And also just quick shout out to Chowdhury, who's done his role pretty decently for this first half. I forgot to mention it. So,
and as Neil says there from Beyond the 90, everybody, it was a fantastic run. Maybe you should have just let Kelechi take it off him at the end, but you can't begrudge him having a go when he's run the length of the field, as he pretty much did. And guys, if you're new to the channel, go and check out Beyond the 90 LFC, because it is another Leicester City channel, which is absolutely fantastic. Go and sub to that, as well as subbing to Leicester City Down Under, which is Luke's channel, and LTID DV2, which is Brad's channel. Do it to this one first, though, LTID TV1. Thanks very much, guys. Luke, if you don't come back at full time, because I know it's out there and you got work tomorrow, you're on double time. Must be for Sundays anyway. But if you can't make it back at the end, I appreciate you. Just send us a message. Take care, both of you. I'll see you at full time.
See you later, guys.
See you later, mate.
Cheers. Amazing there. Brad and Luke, thank you very much for their comments. Brad said they were coming back out. I don't know if they are or not. Let's have a look. Bournemouth are 2-0 up. A bit boring in the first 25 minutes. We can't get away from performing like that against people competing for playoffs in the Championship. Apart from Leeds, I haven't really seen anybody that's worried us up front, to be honest with you, Neil. I really haven't. We carry on playing like this, not scoring. We're going to play for it with a counter-attack from Watford. We are, Steve, but then, look, under Brendan, what was the problem? The problem was that we always conceded towards the end. What's happening under the players are coming out now. What's happening under Enzo? We're scoring goals towards the end. So it is a bit of a different scenario. Let me just get me bra on. There we go. What did I call you? Beyond the 90 LCFC. Please do get over there and check him out. I've obviously called him something wrong, but then again, if I did, I owed it him. Thing is, look, we played like this for the first 15 games and we won 14 of them. So anyway, Leicester about to kick off, all in blue, kicking towards the Kop. Here we go. So Faz on the far side, like I say, Leicester all in blue, kicking from right to left towards the Kop. Watford in a change strip of white top, purple shorts. I suppose burgundy shorts, burgundy socks. Obviously, I don't know why. Well, Neil, what can I say? Mavadini! Oh! Iheanacho had a shot. It came out wide to Mavadini. Mavadini played it back, had a shot back in, parried by the goalkeeper. It thankfully went to a Watford player, and they're broken now on the far side. Played it into the centre. Number 7 for Watford. It's got the freedom of the park at the moment. Beyond the 90 LCFC. Do check them out. Oh, Vestergaard got away with that one there. I think he came up off his foot into the arms of Hermansen there. But Gray, I think that's what they're doing, isn't it? That's the way that Enzo is wanting his strikers to play at the moment. Because when Vardy was on, Vardy was doing exactly the same. There we go. We really need to get the win today, I think, because obviously, Rotherham did us a favour yesterday. Ipswich are playing after the game, after all these games. They're the 5:30 kickoff, I believe it is. 5:30 they kick off. there. 117 watching, 65 likes. Please smash those likes, guys. So, Watford defending here. It's with the goalkeeper. Plays it out to his defender on the far side. He's going to. I thought he was going to play it back to the goalkeeper, doesn't he? Plays it up. But Faz gets it. And now it goes all the way back to our goalkeeper, Hermansen. Vestergaard. Oof. nearly made another mistake there, but he got away with it. Hermansen just walking with the ball forward. Dewsbury Hall comes and gets the ball back to Hermansen, out to Chowdhury now in the middle. Indeedy, James, Justin, Vestergaard. Iheanacho there heads it forward, but surely he should be. I agree with what you're saying. He should be more. He should be the player that's going on the end of the flick-ons, not doing the flick-ons. Goes all the way up the other end. It's a corner. It was a very high shot from Watford. Maybe it did take a deflection to go that high, and then Watford have got the corner. No, I didn't really bedless, to be honest with you. It was 1-1, I presume, at the end, but I didn't really watch it. It was on for about 5 minutes. So, 48 minutes. First corner of the second half on the near side for Watford, who are kicking from left to right. Just playing with his dick there at Dewsbury Hall, having a scratch. Oh, corner comes in. Manson takes it. He boots it out. Mavididi gets it, but it comes off his head and it'll go back to the Watford goalkeeper here. Only the thing not to do when the camera's panned in on you waiting for a corner is to itch your dick, really, is it? But Dewsbury Hall had a good scratch there. I'm sure he feels much better for it. Watford now offside for Watford, so it's a free kick to Leicester. Dewsbury Hall. Oh, Ricardosley, what a lovely ball through. Ricardo just couldn't quite get it under. I think he sort of fell over his feet really there. It's a lovely ball. Iheanacho, Dewsbury Hall, and Ricardo could not take it in his stride. Otherwise, he would have been through, and I'm sure he would have put the ball away. So in now to Watford on the near side. No changes for either side, by the way, as far as I know. No, and there's just been the one booking to loser, or lose. I don't know how it's pronounced. So Watford have it in their own half. They lose it out in a dangerous position. Iheanacho, can he take the ball? Oh! Oh! Mavididi, what a lovely playing about with the ball there. Cost Watford nearly. They lost the ball. It was a lovely take. Mavididi out to Iheanacho on the far side. He pulled it across. Mavididi continued his run, and it was a side netting. A lovely 1-2 there. Mavididi so unlucky, just clips the side netting. 51 minutes, Leicester there, probably the best chance they've had all game. I thought we'd open the scoring then. Fowles plays it back to KDA, to Hermansen, sorry. Chad, I think we possibly do, yes. But then again, we've got a lot of good youngsters. Alves, Baybrook, Nelson. Oh, thought he'd kept it in indeed then, but it's gone out for throwing on the far side. Enzo having a laugh with one of the Watford players. So Batman back in the goal for Watford. Thank you to everybody that's watching this at the moment. Faz is going to play it back to Hermansen, just as the Watford player tries to close him down. So Vestergaard on the ball. That's going to go all the way over to the other side to Faz. He's going to play it back to Hermansen. A little bit short there. It ended up with KDH. Vestergaard. Oh, Iheanacho, that was a free kick, surely there. He was pulled back. And there's going to be another yellow card here for Watford. Yeah, that's the second booking for Watford. It's a lovely little bit of 1-2, lovely bit of play. Yeah, I mean, I've got to be honest with you. Kelechi kind of, he did pull him back, but he took a bit of time. It was a slow motion reaction there when he went down for Kelechi, but it was a free kick. The second yellow card for Watford now. Dewsbury Hall chips it into the box. Oh no! All over. It was penalty box pinball. I mean, everybody was having a go there. I mean, it wouldn't have counted because the flag had gone up anyway. 2 substitutions now at 54 minutes. Vardy. Iheanacho. There's still no Cannon. And Fatawu is going to come on for McAteer. So like for like, changes. So, Bedless, you were worried about about Vardy coming on. So he's on. So Kelch is off. And Jamie Vardy is on. So still no Tom Cannon. But fair play to Enzo. He's made the substitutes early. Apparently he is called Loser. I've just heard him say, great name for a footballer. This is going to be a lovely sound, so you might pick this up. I don't think McAteer had a cheers, everybody. I don't think McAteer has had a particularly bad game, to be honest with you. But we all know what Fatawu can do. Bristol City 2, Middlesbrough 2. Anthony. Indeedy. Dewsbury Hall forward a bit too hard there for Vardy. Livermore is off for Watford. Kone is on for Watford. Leicester now for Fatawu. Can he go? Yeah, he's got the throw in, Fatawu. Fatawu. All these, honestly, these names. Why can't we just sign Smiths and Browns and Jones? So Bristol City 2, Middlesbrough 2. I don't know where Anthony's gone. Loser has come off as well for Watford. Georgie has come on for Watford. I'm not even going to attempt that surname. Anyway, Mavadini on the near side. Bit of fancy footwork from him. He's looking for an assist. He plays it in field, though, to Vestergaard. He plays it all the way over to Fatawu on the far side. What a lovely ball. Picked him out perfectly. Fatawu has a go for goal, but that comes off for a corner. And it's a corner for Leicester on the far side. You can see the difference Fatawu's made already. Bronze, hello. How the devil are you, sir? It's been ages. How are you? Nice to see you back again, mate. 146 in. Thank you very much for everybody who's in. Please subscribe and like the video. Corner comes in, but it's not a good one. But it's not headed very clear. Comes straight out, and it's ended up with Chowdhury. He's going to go back into to Ricardo, who plays it back to Hermanson, who's almost up on the halfway line, to be honest with you. He chips it forward. "58 minutes gone." Leicester playing well at the moment, keeping the ball well. KDH, lovely little turn from KDH. Plays it out to Fatawu. Fatawu just can't. He's lost it under his feet, but he's managed to get hold of it. Chips it in. Somebody. There's too many Leicester players there. It's with Justin. Back to Faz. He'll play it out to Fatawu. Fatawu on the far side. Plays it lovely to Ndidi. Crosses it in. Did the ball go out? Yes, says the assistant referee. Lovely bit of play there by Leicester. Gons, I don't know why, but why is it when you're a plumber that you turn up late? Thank you. Sorry, honestly, I know my jokes are bad. What can I say? Anyway, ends up back with the Manson. Vestergaard. Ricardo. Faz. Fatawu on the far side. Back with Faz. Goes back to Hermanson. So 13 attempts for Leicester, 67% possession at the moment. Of those 13, only 3 have been on target. But at least we're having the chances. As a bad ball forward goes out for throw into Watford, level with the penalty box. So 60 minutes gone, half an hour left here. Watford doing the job. I think Watford will be happier with the point than Leicester will. What the Leicester do here? What the Leicester to do at the moment? It's gone out now. Whose throw in is that? Leicester get the throw in this time. Ricardo. How's the ball? Ndidi on the far side. Tried to get Vardy through, but it was put out very importantly there for Watford. Number 4 there for Watford, doing a good job. So Ricardo taking another throw. Ndidi, Faz on the halfway line. Is that a bit scary? I just played Hey Jude, and now I can hear Hey Jude being sung by the crowd. By the crowd. Indeed, he's going to get a book in there, I think. Yeah. Took one for the team, I think. So, 29 minutes to go. Can we get anything from this game? So, offside flag goes up. Leicester were very, very high up defending that free kick there. The Vestergaard to Chowdhury now. Dewsbury Hall. Ricardo. Ndidi. Oh. He's got a free kick, I think. Fatawu! Oh, Jamie Vardy! Oh! Oh, that was quick. That was quick thinking there by Leicester. But Vardy, but literally, if we were still playing at Filbert Street, that would have been in the double-decker. I mean, he completely skied that then. So Cassidy coming on now. So indeed he is off. Probably fair enough. Cassidy is on. So Leicester got a free quickly taken. Managed to, well, a bit lucky there to get it. Mavididi crosses it in. Oh, Vestergaard just defending there, cleaning it up to Faz. I understand Ndidi going off. I understand that. I think 60 minutes for Ndidi was fine. Ricardo now running with the ball. KDH. Referee's playing on that. He was taken out there. Oh, Cassidy couldn't just come on there. Fair enough. He just couldn't quite get the ball. Oh, Leicester there. Losing it in the end. But have we got it back now? Yes, we have. James Justin tries to get it forward. Can't quite keep on his feet, but it's Dewsbury Hall. Ricardo now. Plays it out to the far side. Fatawu. Too close to the goalkeeper, and it goes out. Fee, I haven't seen any of your comments come up. I think this is the problem you had before, wasn't it? I'm sorry, I have Twitter X on my phone, so I haven't got it up on the screen here. So I didn't see. I don't see your comments because obviously I've got the phone in a cupboard, so I don't get any notifications. But I didn't know you're in. I haven't seen one comment from you. Like I say, you had this problem last time. I don't know what it is. But everybody else, as you can see, is commenting there. There's a Leicester throw on the far side. 66 minutes gone. 0-0. Coventry 2-0 up against Millwall now. Away at Millwall. Hull got a goal back against Swansea. Leicester still blanks at the moment. No goals for Leicester. Oh, Vardy there. Oh, the flag went up very quickly. It was a lovely ball through from KDH for Vardy. And then Vardy gets a yellow card. Stupid yellow card for Vardy. For kicking the ball away. I think that was a bit of a wasteful yellow card there. So Vestergaard with the ball. Fiona, as I say, I really don't know what's going on, Fiona. Fee, I guess it's Fiona. Fee, I really, really don't. Strange that it's not showing. As you can see, everybody else's is. I don't know what the problem was before. Dewsbury Hall on the ball. Chowdhury. Mavadini didn't quite receive the ball. It was put out for throw-in by the Watford defender. Maybe it's, I don't know if it's a YouTube problem. Well, it must be a YouTube problem. There's no reason why you shouldn't. You're not banned or you're not, timed out or anything like that. So Chowdhury now, number 17, plays it into Dewsbury Hall, into the centre. Ricardo just manages to keep hold of it. Back to Vestergaard, plays it forward. Oh, wins a lovely ball. Win. Dewsbury Hall. Oh, hit the post. Oh, what a turn. Surely a goal is going to come here. Todd, welcome along. Another American. Nice of you to join us. Oh, that was unlucky. I mean, what a turn from Dewsbury Hall. You have a feeling the goal's coming. Bristol City now going to go back up against Middlesbrough, 3-2. Fair point, Highfields. Like I say, you look at a lot of the other teams. Southampton started well, fell off, came back. Leeds United started bad, have come back. Preston North End started really well, dripped down. They're now slowly coming back. You've got to say, is this maybe our little slump, if you like? But a lovely ball over. Dewsbury Hall's in the clear on the near side, crosses the ball over. But again, it's a defender that gets his foot to it first. But it comes back out to Faz. Faz plays it out to Fatawu. He plays it in. Oh, goal. Over Ricardo's head, straight into the goalkeeper's arms. Throw in now for Watford on the near side. Heavy first touch there for Vestergaard defending. I thought he might have just tried to play it back. $179 in, 180 in now. 71 likes. Free kick to Leicester. Oh, it's gonna. Yeah, if Vardy got a yellow for kicking the ball away, then so does the Watford man, and quite rightly he does there. Number 39 gets a yellow card. KMB, number 39, yellow card for Watford. I mean, players that the managers has got to go pretty mad. Fatawu on the right. And it's a corner to Leicester on the far side. Fatawu managing to fight for the corner there. Is he going to take it? Yes, he does. It's a short one. Now then, Ricardo chips it into the box. Oh! Oh, Vestergaard. Oh. Onto the roof of the net by Vestergaard there. Now then, Mavadidi. Oh, Vardy, how the hell did he miss it? Oh, that's going to be the... I mean, Vardy should be putting that away. Oh, my God. Skied it so wide there. Oh, he was open. That should have been 1-0 to Leicester. And we need to see Tom Cannon, I think. Come on, Enzo. Get Tom Cannon on. This team is sending me to drink. We can't dwell on it, though. That's a throw into Leicester. That's a free kick to Leicester. Vardy had it. That's a booking. Yeah, it's another booking. Oh, he's already had a booking. Hang on. I think that player been booked twice. Wow, that apparently that's his first yellow. I feel like it is, Jeff. I feel like it is. KMB, not his second yellow card. It's his first one. He didn't get the card before. I think we all got a bit confused because that's what the stream showed. So, Kevin Giswell with the free kick on the far side. It's about level with the penalty spot, but outside the box on the far side. Chips it in. Oh, the save! Yes! Yes, Vardy! 1-0. That's it now. That was what we've been waiting for. Jamie Vardy, 1-0. 1-0. He likes a goal against Watford. I thought we'd missed it. The goal came, or the cross came in from the free kick, was headed back across goal. I think somebody went for it, missed it, and then went for it. Oh, nice one, nice one. Vestergaard it was. KDH free kick. Vestergaard headed it across. Vardy on the end of it. 1-1-0 to Leicester City. Oh, it's now Watford are on the back foot now. They're struggling a little bit. Leicester and all that happening. There was a corner for Leicester on this side. Wow. Chickens, love the name. We needed that. Get in. Goal. Yes, indeed. I know. That's relief. I didn't. Was there any Gray? I didn't see any. Made up for his miss. Made up for his miss. No, I don't think. I think what Jeff was saying was the fact that, like I was saying, you could feel a goal was coming because the fact that we were attacking. So I don't think it was a spoiler. Is my sound okay? Mavadidi now on the near side. Gets 1-2 with KDH. Right. Thank you, Todd. Probably because I was shouting that loud. Probably broke my microphone. Gray, I don't think there was any spoilers, mate. I think, as I say, it was Jeff said a goal is coming, but I think he just felt like I was that we were going to score. Oh, and then it goes through now to. Well, how excited are we feeling? Yeah, they're just saying then it is deserved. So, are Leicester going to go on now? I don't think one goal. I never feel happy with one goal. Everybody says, "Oh, a two-goal lead is hard to defend." For me, a one-goal lead is the hardest. Oh, Cassidy there took the ball well. Go a shot and it was wide, but good fighting there from Cassidy. It shouldn't. That wasn't his ball, but he went and got it. So, what will happen here? Oh, Leicester now coming forward again. Mavadidi on the near side. Goes for goal. Oh, blocked there. But combination of like defender and goalkeeper. So it's a throw in for Watford at the end. Leicester now playing with a little bit more confidence. Now then, Keith, keep calm. Yeah, 40 points at the moment as it stands. Are we safe? We're not going to get relegated. James Justin. Dewsbury Hall. Mavadidi. It's all Leicester at the moment. Cassidy heads it down, but straight at the goalkeeper. Couldn't really get the power. The power behind it. Watford now. Oh, Vestergaard with a header clear. Blocked by Ricardo there. What a good block. So, KDH. Oh, taken off him by the Watford player, Jamie Vardy. He meant that. They've just called it a strikers challenge. 178 in, 80 likes. Come on. MBT, it was Vardy. Okay, who's coming on now? Is this Tom Cannon? So substitution going to be. There's been a few made here by Watford. No, Eunice is coming on. So Eunice is coming on for Dewsbury Hall. And in fairness, Dewsbury Hall has run his socks off. Literally, the down by his socks, Mr. Socks too. So Eunice back on. Nice to see him back on after his injury. I thought we might get Cannon on. Would you say banned or did you just time it out, Gray? And it wasn't Jeff, was it? So, Watford. "84 minutes. I'm sure you know who the regulars are, Gray, so I trust you. But if the regulars don't do it, sort of, they probably just wording. Oh, Watford now have the ball. They've broken away on the near side. Oh, couldn't control it, but he get it across well. But it's straight into the arms of Hermansen, who stands up and takes the ball in his hand. As long as it wasn't Jeff Gray or Myrna as MNYRA. Oh, well blocked by Leicester, but it's still coming out to Watford. They're finding sort of an extra gear now, Watford. Oh, good defending there by Justin. Well done, Gray. Yeah, I think Gray now, I think you've been in long enough to know who the regulars are and who aren't the regulars. And yeah, NBT, if somebody, it does say no spoilers. There's a throw into Leicester on the near side. Phil, it would be welcome. But then again, if they blow the whistle and it's 1-0, I'll take it. Avadidi, oh, that was a lovely through ball there from Eunice. Oh, Cassidy slides in. We just can't quite keep hold of it, in fairness. Eunice was playing a lovely ball through to Mavadidi, but now it's going to free kick to Watford. 87 minutes gone. Watford breaking on the far side. Crosses it in. Oh, thankfully too high. There was a player on this side that was marked, that was not being marked at all. But thankfully it went over his head and went out. Leicester obviously take their time in going across for the ball. James Justin just jogging over. Reese, good evening. Yeah, we deserve. We're 1-0 up. We deserve it. I don't think West Ham can. That's West Ham. What am I saying? I don't think. Oh, nearly then. 88 minutes gone, and I don't think we'd have come back from that. A Watford shot. Cassidy bad defending. Hermansen saved it quite easily. Maybe it's a bad day to give up drinking. It's 10-5. It's 88 minutes gone. 83 likes. Can we get up to 100 likes, guys? There's 177 in. And we've got 83 likes. Referee's Valent had an okay game. But it's a free kick. The goalkeeper takes it. So we're into the last minute of normal time. Oh, another booking for Watford there. A silly card because it's dissent. And I think that's long with kicking the ball away. I think they are always really, they are silly yellow cards to get, if I'm honest with you. So let's see what the ball's probably going to go up in a minute. Five.
Cowabunga!
5 minutes of ninja time. So can Leicester hold on? I know it said 2 on the screen, but I can't. That's the picture. It's got 2 on it. Oh, what that? I don't know what that was from Watford, but it was a very bad pass, and it goes out for throw into Leicester just inside their own half on the near side. Justin takes it. No, Stephen, not at all. I'd sooner have refs that get decisions wrong, but they do it in, with what they can see rather than having this rubbish. Do you know what I mean? Just out of interest, guys, I've got a light thing there. If you follow my finger, can you see what it says, or is it too blurred? Okay, great. Okay, no problems. So 91 and 3/4 seconds, or 45 seconds, 3/4 seconds, 1 3/4 minutes even gone. It's 1-0. Enzo goes and sits down. Does he think job's done? No, he's getting a drink of water. And Manson with the goal kick here. Matt Elliott's just saying and making a very good point. And Manson hasn't really been tested, although, oh no, a bit too far then. Will he pick it up? Pick it up, mate. There you go. Yeah, I mean, he's had a couple of saves to make, but he's not really been tested at all, if we're honest. 93 likes, 168. Come on, only need 7 more likes for the 100. Please, come on, guys. Give us a like. Vardy, now can you make it 2? Oh, it's a penalty. Yeah, it's a Leicester City penalty. Vardy then went round 92. Oh, it's a red. I'm a bit confused here. Goalkeeper yellow card, then a red card. They haven't got a guy, they've got a goalkeeper. They've got no subs left. Number 5 in goal. So Vardy going to take the penalty. This is going to add a bit of time on. So it's number 5 in goal. The keeper is off. 103 likes. Thank you very, very much, everybody. It does mean a lot, and that really does help the channel out. But let's have a look at this penalty from Vardy. So I just said, not going to be a knockout situation. Matt Elliott, kiss of death. We don't know Vardy has missed them in his time, but he's kicking towards the cop. There's an outfield player in goal. So, second. Yes! Vardy, 94 minutes. Vardy 2-0. I got to redo my bloody thing now. Well, 2-0. Wow. So we've gone from being worried to, I think, not being worried. So what? That was a penalty. I was a little bit confused. I'm not going to lie about the sending off. Maybe that is the problem with not keeping a defender back. All right, let me. We're offside there for Jamie Vardy. You got to say fans have got a great sense of humour. Just saying then it's in Leicester's own half and they're saying shoot because they've got a defender in goal. So, wow, everybody. I think we deserve the 2-0. Watford haven't really troubled us, but they've not been bad. Oh, offside there again for Vardy. So we're still just waiting for the final whistle to go. We could do with that. Yes, we could do with that. And I'm presuming that now is full time. And it is 2-0 is the full-time score. Yeah, the whistle has gone, and it is 2-0 to Leicester City. So let's just go back on a couple of comments here. Yeah, we did 100 likes. Thank you so very, very much, guys. Really do appreciate it. 109. Appreciate that. Thank you very, very much. Blurry. I don't get what everybody's saying blurry. What's blurry? The show. Yeah, the keeper was sent off. For the end of the win, for us to say I used to DJ at the grass. Okay. Vardy, Steve, I'm glad you have all your likes. Thank you so much, Steve. Thanks for your kind words. And Steve to Stephen, thank you for your kind words as well, sir. That we do nice. Thank you. Now let's look forward to Wednesday game. Congrats on all the likes. Chris, thank you so very, very much. 110 now. Thank you. Can spend me Sunday not pissed off now. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Well done. Really needed that. Now 10 points clear of Leeds. City back on course. Well, or track, I should say. Come on, you baggies. Beat the tractor boys. Yes, he has brilliant. Vardy in fine form for the Sheffield Wednesday game. Get in. Got my score prediction right. Well done, Andreas. I went 2-1, so I'll take that though. Go the Foxes. That's better. And thank you so much, Wiz Fox. I appreciate the kind comments. Thank you as well, Mnuksak. How you pronounce that? Phil, thank you, Phil. Kind words. A homecoming for Vardy at Hillsborough. Yeah, be interested to see what sort of reception he gets. Great job, guys, with the likes. Yeah. And Andreas, thank you so very, very much. Yeah, not a problem. I shall get to you in a second. We'll just take my clip off. I'll be there in a second. I just want to go through the full times. So last night it was 1-1. Birmingham and Sheffield Wednesday was 2-1 to Birmingham. Bristol City 3, Middlesbrough 2. So far I haven't got any points at all. Huddersfield 1, Southampton 1. Leicester 2, Watford 0. Millwall 0, Coventry 3. Norwich 1, QPR 0. I got 3 points there. Plymouth, Sunderland, Plymouth 2, Sunderland 0. Was it there? Preston are still playing, but 1-2 to Cardiff at the moment. Stoke 0, Blackburn 3, and Swansea 2, Hull 2. So maybe get a point there if that stays the same. Right, let's bring my erstwhile colleague in. We'll just bring that up there. 2-0. And I'll just need to just rearrange my underwear. And there we go, rearranged. Luke, honestly, you got a smile on your face, happier than at half time.
Mate, that was awesome. That was We needed that, and we can all relax now.
Yeah. Oh, Luke's gone. No, he's back.
Sorry,
He's
mate.
back.
I don't know what.
That's all right, mate. That's all right. A lot better second half, though.
A lot better second half, and we were worried about how we we're going to play without Winks, but we looked excellent. Chowdhury did a great job, and what I think we did a lot more effectively is not hug the touchline a lot more. Being so slow, we played through the middle a lot better, and it was a lot faster, and the progressive play a lot quicker. So I thought that was a great game from Keenan Dewsbury Hall as well.
I think he went off. Fair points in him going off, really, because I think he was probably actually knackered.
Probably, mate. He was absolutely everywhere. Him and Ricardo.
Yeah. Everybody's going, ooh, Jamie Vardy. Initials MN Soccer 18 jersey number. MN Soccer. Got you, mate. Got you. I'll forget by the next game, so I apologise. Ipswich have to go out and get the 3 points now. Jamie Vardy, the man of the match. Ooh. Now, we'll come on to that, obviously, later. But that second half, early substitutions from Enzo.
Okay, so that's some of my notes I've got written down. We have a lot of our players back available that we were using on the bench, but I think it was, very prompt. I think it was I've got it here, the 55th minute for Vardy and for Tower, I believe, 63 for Cassidy.
Yes.
And I think Eunice on the 83rd minute. So, and speaking of subs, before I jump off, we've got to talk about that penalty. I've never seen anything like that.
Well, first of all, Vardy missed a sitter.
2 sitters.
That's fair point. 2 sitters. But then he got the goal to put us 1-0 up. It was a free kick from Kieran Dewsbury Hall. I got it over to Vestergaard, headed it back down. Obviously, what can I say? It wouldn't have been a goal had it not been for Vestergaard. Headed it back down. And in fair play to him, now whether he knew Vardy was there or not, but he didn't actually head it at the goal. He did head it back for Vardy.
Oh, yeah, I thought it was nearly on target. I was going to say to you, that was the second header from Vestergaard on target I think we've seen in the last couple of weeks or his last couple of games. So to be fair, he's not bad on a set piece for the header. I used to give him a hard time about jumping. And look great. It's funny you say that about Vardy. I had it written down in all capital letters on my notes that Vardy missed 2 sitters, and I had to quickly redeem it underneath. So I wonder how many people here were slagging him off before he got that first goal.
In fairness, I thought he did better. I'll say this before Brad comes in because he'll kill me. But I thought he did better than Inacho. He was getting further forward.
Yeah, he definitely was. And we were playing for, like I said, for the middle a lot better. But Kalechi, before he came off, he did play a lot better, I thought, at the start of that second half. He was linking up a lot of play. I think he set a ball up for Mavididi that should have gone in. I think it was Mavididi. So he still did a good job. But Vardy just had to be more dangerous.
Yeah, I mean, KDH, to be honest with you, I mean, he hit the side netting, then he hit the post. He did everything but score, didn't he?
I know, I felt sorry for him. That last opportunity should have gone in. And I was just wondering if you could do us a favour, mate. Can you put up the stats? Because for all the negative naysayers about what we were doing and not enough shots on goal and chances, we created a lot tonight.
If you can carry on talking for 5 minutes, I can do that. Talk me through the penalty. Red card, that confused me.
I think it was, there's a rule, I forgot what it was, but I think it's instant red for what he did, but I've never seen a red card. So I've never seen someone run out of subs and have to use a centre back as the goalkeeper before. I felt sorry for him, but I couldn't help but laugh.
But was it not he gave a yellow card first of all, wasn't it? But it wasn't I don't think he'd already booked the goalkeeper.
No, I think it's because it stopped a direct scoring opportunity. I think that's why he came off. In the box, I think you've got to.
I get the red card, but why show the yellow card first?
Maybe it was an accident, mate. I don't know. He was giving cards out proper tonight, though. That ref, he was for both of us as well.
Yeah, he was. He was. He was. I don't think he particularly had a bad game. I'd sooner have that sort of ref than a ref with VAR. Back in him.
All day.
Right, let me just try and get what I was going to look at for the stats suddenly wasn't there. So let me swap over and bring this up. There we go. Steve, I think it was Steve, has said, you've got 23 shots there. All right, you could argue only 8 on target. It's a quarter of them, though, isn't it? More than a quarter. It's a third of them. 9 for Watford, 1 on target. Now, I don't know, right, 8 on target. You could say we should have had more, but we are playing a team that was blocking everything we were shooting at them. But at least to have 23 shots again, I'm pleased with that.
That's what you can see what Enzo's trying to do. When we play effectively, it can be frustrating and everyone says you've got to be patient, but like eventually the goals will come and you can see the confidence build. But that's what's most important. It looks like we've gone to this international break. We've made adjustments. Enzo was stubborn about his play style, but maybe that's why. You've got to let it. You can't win them all.
Steve said it was a second booking. I don't remember the goalkeeper getting booked. That was the only thing. But if that's what Sky are saying, I'm sure. I know it confused Matt Elliott. I've got to be honest with you. It's got it down here as 2 yellows on the BBC as well. So Brad will probably be able to explain what happened with that one, being a goalkeeper. Then again, maybe he won't. The perfect opportunity there for you, Brad, to come in with some insightful information.
What information would that be?
Well, you weren't. Listen, I just said we're talking about the goalkeeper being sent off. I mean, I don't remember them getting a first yellow card, but apparently it was his second yellow card.
Yeah, well, it was his second yellow card. It was. I struggled again second half with a stream that just decided that even though the game's been played in this country, he couldn't stream it very well. So I don't know what he got booked for.
Either apparently. So.
Wow, yeah, wow. It is what it is. It can't be helped. I mean, I suppose there's a reason why they're not supposed to be doing it. So I forgive it. Even if it gave me a headache, I do forgive them for it.
No,
but I don't know what he got.
I would complain because you were watching it on an authorised stream, weren't you, Brad?
I was what?
Watching it on an authorised stream.
Yes, totally legitimate stream. It was so infuriating. But yeah, it was a second booking. I'd heard it throughout the game. The commentators I had were saying that maybe Jamie Vardy coming on when he did would put the pressure on. We know they were like saying, "Oh, we know what Vardy likes doing in these situations," and inevitably it paid dividends. I mean, for me, I'm going to go full goalkeepers union on you here, as I do, being a former goalkeeper. But for me, in the goalkeeper situation, just let him take it round you and score. If you're on a yellow card, just take it. Let him take it round you, and either hope he scuffs it like he did them 2 hideous chances that he missed before his goal. Now, I'm not saying that I wanted to cartoon wield my front room and throw everything around and pretend like I was a character on EastEnders that got some bad news to start smashing things up when Vardy kept missing the 2 sitters. But we got there in the end.
Yeah, we did. Now, I'm going to come to Luke because I know Luke's got to go and it's about 3 a.m. there. So I'll ask you this, Luke, then I will let you go because I know you do want to talk about the penalty, don't you?
I've never, ever seen that, ever. I know it's a lot less football than you guys have watched, but I couldn't stop laughing. I felt sorry for him. When I realised that there was no other goalkeeper to take his place and the centre-back was putting his gloves on, I was like, God, please don't shank this party, for God's sake. But he put it away, so that's all that matters.
I thought, to be honest with you, Luke, that they actually just didn't have a goalkeeper on the bench. Because why else would you not bring a goalkeeper on? But I hadn't realised. And I suppose we always criticise managers for making too many substitutions. But I suppose keeping one substitution back, that is why that proved there. Why, if he'd kept one back, he'd have. But then again, he'd probably would have saved it anyway.
Maybe, mate, but he didn't. he went off. We scored 2-0. I nearly got the score, but yeah, it's a great win for Leicester, and hopefully Cannon. I was going to say hopefully Cannon gets a run out against Sheffield Wednesday, but I don't know now.
He's still coming up. You've got to go, but let me ask you this: your man of the match, sir.
Keenan Dewsbury Hall, to be honest with you, and yeah, Keenan Dewsbury Hall.
And your rating?
8.
8. Ooh, a very confident 8 there. Like I say, I do know it's something like 2 o'clock in the morning there, so appreciate you staying up. And I know you probably won't be here on Wednesday because I don't think it will be kicking off till about 1 in the morning. And we don't want you sleeping in for work because I know that that's the sort of thing you do, is it?
I will be watching it. I'll talk in the comments of everyone watching and yourselves, but I won't be able to come on, unfortunately.
No, I appreciate that. Right, all the best for you, and go and check out Leicester City Down Under, which is Luke's channel. Go and give it your support and give it a subscribe. And he does some great, has some great guests on as well, I have to say. But all the best, Luke. Links in the description below on YouTube if you want to find his channel. And have a good night's sleep. And I will speak to you soon.
Thanks, guys. Have a good one, Brad. See you later.
Take care, buddy.
See you later.
So thanks. It is sort of early hours over there. Bless him.
Yeah.
2-0. Let's just. Today is match day. It is indeed. So an incoming. Sorry, I was what you were saying then. Well, don't watch any more games, LCFC. You don't watch them, we win. What can I say? There's good luck with the way. Okay, let's go through that. Brad, what's your name? As best you can. I know you didn't really see an awful lot of it. 51, I mean, KDH missed a couple as well, didn't he? And say missed a couple and lucky. They weren't sort of high and wide. He side netted one and he hit the post on one. I thought KDH had a really, really, really good game.
Yeah, he did. And I think we saw from certain players maybe I don't want to say like a rebellion against the manager's tactics. Maybe it was something that he integrated that he wants to see them doing more. It'd be interesting to see Enzo's post-match, but see first of all what he gets asked. But I just noticed that at some points when they had the opportunities to, the likes of Dewsbury Hall and Chowdhury and a few others were trying to move the ball on a bit quicker when we were in Watford's half, and that was good to see. And that's where you benefit from it, Chris. This is where players like Dewsbury Hall are going to benefit from it. And Mavididi benefited probably the most out of it. It was the most I saw him on the ball in the second half when we was playing it quicker and then getting him behind and trying to get him behind them. So yeah, I think Dewsbury Hall had a really good game, and he was unlucky not to get on the score sheet. I'd like to say he was probably unlucky not to get the assist, but to get the assist, your love child Vestergaard would have had to have scored the first goal, not Varley, wouldn't he? So,
but he was involved. Don't get he was involved.
Well, there is that.
You know,
he was definitely played his part. That's what matters, mate.
Yeah, I love the free kick. Talking to love children, I love my next comment here. I love the free kick that your love child won us. It was a free kick. He did put his arm across Kelechi, but he kind of went down in slow motion. That happened, and then 10 minutes later, Kelechi went, "Oh, I better go down." I mean, don't get me wrong, it won us the free kick, but it was quite funny.
It is. Sometimes you do have to have a little bit of a chuckle when Kels does things, because sometimes he gets his feet all in a muddle, and he looks so funny and clumsy on the ball, and then he goes down like that, and you do have to chuckle to yourself. But yeah, it was a good free kick that he won. And look, the one thing I am pleased with today is even though he refused to change the shape, they refused to let it get to them. You know, they refused to let the scoreline get to them. Still 0-0, creating chances. I mean, Watford, I feel a bit harsh saying this. I don't think they weren't necessarily terrible, but in terms of offering up, what's that expression, Chris? If it was a boxing match, the referee would have stopped it. I don't mean that in the sense that we I know we had like something like 20 shots, but I think we only had like 6 on target, and we only got the blows in late on. But Watford, I think Madsen made 1 save in stoppage time, and that was it. I think the referee would have stopped if it was a boxing match. The referee would have stopped it because they weren't defending properly.
I think he did have a couple of saves made, but nothing that was troubling for him, if you like. He just took them very, very easily. I'm just waiting for the Ipswich game to kick off, to be honest with you. I don't think he was worried. I mean, that they were not Leeds United. They weren't awful. I mean, that was, they played better maybe than Southampton because they had a game plan and they were kind of sticking to it. But I don't know whether they had a plan B. But no disrespect, I know we did have a Watford fan in. I'm guessing he's not still here because my views have dropped now the match is over. But I just think, I mean, had it been, like when I said with Middlesbrough, we did, that was deserved to be a draw. I think 0-0 would have been a fair result there. We did not deserve to win it. This game, we did not deserve to lose it. And I think, in fact, I don't think we deserved to draw it, to be honest with you. So I think that the result in the end was fair.
Yeah, I think it was. But I would still recommend that we work on a plan B regardless. Because, yes, okay, fine, we won the game. I'm very happy with that. Yes, we wore them down. We eventually got the goal. And realistically, in terms of chances created and attack in front, there was only ever going to be one team that won it. I just feel like there is still a need to tweak things and make a plan B because I can't remember which game it was. I can't remember if it was the Leeds game or the Middlesbrough game. You'll know it when I say the quote. Enzo was asked why he didn't make any more than the 2 substitutes he made, and he said because all I'd be doing was like for like. How come today he was able to make 4 subs and they were all like for like? I feel like that's an indication that we don't have a plan B, and I think we need one still, despite the win, which again was good, and I'm happy we've got the win. Bit more relieved than I am happy, I guess. But 54
minutes here, I've got down. Vardy came on for Iheanacho, Fatawu for McAteer. I don't think McAteer had a particularly bad game. I think it was just a case of changing things around. And I've got here 2 points I'd made. One was the fact that the substitutions was early this week, and secondly, like for like you say.
Yeah, which again, when you look at other games that we lost and struggled to create chances in against. If we're being honest, if we're being really honest here, against better opposition, we struggle to create. We struggle to break down. Why was it acceptable to go like for like and make 4 changes this week when it wasn't then? That tells me that he felt like for like would work against Watford because we had the superior quality, but like for like wouldn't work against Middlesbrough and Leeds because they have an even keel of quality, which is a little bit damning when you think about it that way. And again, I feel like the game situation explains why Rob's question there at the bottom didn't come on, because I feel like maybe had we changed it up a little bit and got ourselves 2-0 up with, say, 20 minutes to go, we wouldn't have been throwing Vardy on, the old timer on to try and win us the game, which he's done in the end. Credit to him. He missed 2 sitters, but there were still chunks of Vardy in there to get the goal and score his penalty. So he's not quite done yet, shall we say? But it is a bit frustrating now that we've gone 2 weeks without our new player getting a look in any way, and I think we need to find a way to get him into this team and start and really start playing him.
Looking at Leicester, it says strengths created a high number of chances relative to their possession. were effective at creating goal-scoring opportunities from set pieces, but we were weak we gave away a lot of free kicks around the box and we were caught offside often. I think that's a fair description, isn't it?
Yeah, it sounds like a bit of a fair description for everything that happened. I mean, at the end of the day, what are we expecting from him at this sort of point? He has evolved throughout the years as a player. We've had to see different stages of his career, thankfully, at this club. So I still feel like we could have gone 2 up front at some point. Not that it matters ultimately because we've got the 3 points and that, but I don't really, you're kind of telling us what we already know by stating that about about Vardy. So, it's just tell us something we don't know, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, sorry, I've just had Alan's details come through. Mavididi had the equal top shots there with Vardy. It's showing. I mean, just before the substitutions, I just thought, how the hell were we not scoring? It was like pinball in the box.
Yeah, I mean, Watford went on the defensive. Watford clearly came here with the intent that we've talked about this enough this season, and this is where we started the questions early on in the season about changing things up, about having a second phase, if you will, or a second tactic or a second style of play to kind of go at and teams to break them down, because Watford came here for the 0 and they walked away with 0, but unfortunately for them, they walked away with 0 goals and we got 2 of them. And it is always difficult to break down teams to do that, and whether we like it or not, and it may be something that the style of play or a formation just can't deal with. If teams are going to come here and put 20 men behind the ball with a team bus and a kit man, then we're going to have to be patient with the outcome. But again, the one thing that is always good to know, Chris, is we did break through. We did get there. We did break through their lines on enough occasions to get the goals. It is a frustrating tactic to come up with, but it's hard to explain. I can't even say in words what I'm trying to say because my brain can't think what it is. How I want to explain it, but it's frustrating.
Save you any embarrassment, but indeed he got a yellow card on the with half an hour to go. I think he took one for the team, to be honest with you. Was taken off shortly afterwards. Cassidy coming in, and in fair play to Cassidy, I thought he had a decent game.
In fact, I think he was probably he was one of the subs that came on that really upped the tempo of the game. For Leicester, I think, obviously we know he's more forward thinking than Ndidi. That's why he was brought in. He was brought in to be forward thinking. He was brought in to be that driving force out of the 3 midfielders that Enzo likes to play. And that's sort of, obviously we know it's a new role for Wilfred Ndidi this season, so he's not having all the joy playing in that role. And this was his first game back, so I kind of forgive Ndidi for not being too quick on the drive from forward. But yeah, it was nice. He propelled the ball forward. He was high. He played a higher line when Cassidy came on. You could tell. And maybe that's something that he's tweaked a little bit, that we needed a higher line. We needed to press higher up the pitch, which we definitely did in the second half. You could definitely tell that was the case. I thought Cassidy had a really good game off the bench.
Yes,
I'm like you though, Chris. I hope he doesn't become a super sub because we've only got him on loan. I don't mind if he's our player and he wants to be a super sub, but
Indeed. Vardy got a yellow card not long afterwards, kicking the ball away. I thought that was a bit over the top. He didn't kick it away in anger, didn't boot it into Rowe's head. He actually took a shot at the goal when it went wide, even though the whistle had gone. I think it was a bit undeserved.
the thing is, though, these rules are very clear. They're very clear. It doesn't matter whether you like it or not, you think it's a bit soft or not. The rules are you kick the ball away, it's dissent. Now, yes, there is some concerns where you think, really, that there's a yellow card. And I have seen some instances around the world where you kind of go, oh, come on, ref, use your common sense a little bit. Why you booked him for time wasting when his team's 3-0 up? I don't, silly things like that. You shouldn't be giving a yellow card for, but kick the ball away.
He gave one, later in the game, he gave one for the same thing to a. Well, I thought he was giving it to number 39, which was why we thought when he got booked not long afterwards that it was the second yellow, but it wasn't for him. But yeah, he did that, and he booked him as well. So fair play to the ref.
Yeah, I mean, I know some people just don't like to bemoan referees when it's not going well on the pitch for Leicester, and I know there was some ironic cheers when Leicester got a decision awarded their way. I think it was for the free kick that led to the goal, and the red card given for the penalty. But I actually don't think the referee had a bad game at all. I think he was actually quite fair throughout. Like you said, he gives it for one and gives it for the other. You kind of just shrug your shoulders and go, "Oh well, yeah, fair enough. At least he's being consistent."
I don't think he had an awful game. Luke did, but look, I still say, do I want this standard of refereeing with no VAR, or do I want this sort of standard of refereeing which was still just as bad in the Prem with VAR? And to be honest with you, I'm quite happy with the refereeing overall this season.
Yeah, I mean, they haven't really made any bad decisions. And again, we've both said this, Chris, I'd rather a referee make one bad decision every 3 games than having a referee have to check 7 decisions because the computer says no or the computer says yes. It's ridiculous. So, yeah, give me a referee making a decision that you raise an eyebrow to over VAR.
And I think there was a goal that was cancelled, wasn't there, for offside? But,
yeah. No. Oh, that's hilarious, mate. That goal that got cancelled. It's ridiculous.
Then looking, I think, I don't know whether it was that or the Liverpool goal, but having to wait for the VAR to make the decision, it actually just reminded me, like, thank God we haven't got that this season, But I have to say, he did set up and he got an assist, did the Great Dane. But just not, 72 minutes, he actually got a header from a short corner that ended up on the roof of the net.
So I don't know what you're talking about now. You threw me off with what you were talking about before. You just randomly mentioned Vestergaard.
Sorry. I said as well as getting the assist, he nearly got a goal because on the 72nd minute, there was a free kick which was taken very quickly, crossed over, I think, from Dewsbury, and ended up on the top of the net from Vestergaard. So he could have had another goal.
He could have. He has had a very good season. He's doing very well. Like I said, we all probably got it into our head. Okay, Cody's injured. Of course, Vestergaard has to come in. That's fair enough. We kind of all thought, but yeah, Cody will get fit. We'll get him back in. Whoop-de-doo, and then Vestergaard will be cast aside, and normal order will resume, as we all thought about Vestergaard back then. But really, credit to him. He could have got a goal today. If it isn't saved or blocked on the line, he could have had 2 goals in a sense, couldn't he, Chris? Really, I know he's, so he's doing really well. He's proven himself. Maybe you need to start throwing his name into the talk for next season, getting a contract, because his contract is one that joins the list of a few that runs out. Maybe he's one we should start talking about keeping on the payroll. I can't believe I'm saying that, but I don't know, because he is proven to be a very, very valuable player that we have for us.
It's easy for you to say.
Apparently it is.
What we're going to do about Jamie Vardy? I mean, we keep saying, "Oh, come on, he's had a poor game. He's had a couple of poor games. It's over for him." Comes on, misses an absolute sitter. Okay, it was with his wrong foot, I grant you, but then like I say, from Vestergaard's header down, he does what Vardy does. He finds the net.
Yes, which is Jamie Vardy's experience to a T. He knows what he's doing. He knows where to be. He knows what areas he needs to be. He obviously needs to be standing in, and that's why he gets the goal that he gets. The only concerning part is Jamie Vardy has them chances, and yes, I know one of them's on his weak foot, but for a few seasons, Jamie Vardy didn't have a weak foot, did he, Chris? He knew how to either bring the ball down and shift it onto his stronger foot, or he could roll it in and side foot it in with his left foot. And it was moments like that I have to admit, I went, if that's his shooting ability in this division, then maybe he's done. Which we're talking about, we're talking about strikers. I am relieved and happy for him that he got the goals he did today, because I started thinking, hold on a minute, we're in November, practically in December for what it's worth. In a few weeks, we're not going to have Kelechi Iheanacho. We're probably not going to have Daka, and even if we do have Daka, we've not seen him play. Vardy's 36. We've got Tom Cannon. We could get to the end of January and have one bloody striker left. So I'm glad he scored to keep us in goal scoring form with a front man at least. But it's not. This is, if there's anything you can judge from his 2 goals and his 2 misses, it is that this may be his last season we see him in a Leicester City shirt. I would imagine.
Yeah. Just looking at the stats here, this is the attacking sides. Leicester definitely like that left side, don't we? 42% sorry, that's Watford. Sorry, like the left side, 42%. A bit one-dimensional. I prefer the Leicester side. It confused me with Watford being in blue, but the away side always are. 37% for down one side, 28 for us. Thoughts on, pretty much, it won't change now for me. I don't know what's going on there, but anyway. Leicester
do have have always been a side that is more favourable down one side of the pitch than the other, and it is always the left side. What has changed a little bit over the last 6 months or so is we actually have a few outlets on that right hand side that may mean we change it up. We seem to go with the left side in the first half, and then more evenly, if not tilted, in the balance of the right hand side in the second half. Because again, I don't think McAteer had a bad game, but I do think we have 2 different right wingers, or inverted wingers, if you will, in Fatawu and McAteer, because McAteer likes to drive in and cut into the box, where Fatawu likes to do his winger duties and stay out wide and then get to the byline and run across that. So I felt like we had more joy, if you will, on the right hand side in the second half, but I'm not surprised that our overall percentage is on that left hand side.
Yeah. I can't get the rest up, so we'll leave that for another day. Okay, Luke went for KDH and gave us an 8. What are you going for, young Bradley?
Oh. Man of the match is a little bit difficult for me, I have to admit. We've not been able to see it free-flowingly, the game. It's a little bit different. From what I saw, I'm going to give my man of the match to Hamza Chowdhury. I think he broke up play. He seemed very enthusiastic. He seemed to want to rally the crowd up. I remember one point in the game where Dewsbury Hall went down in and he had the ball huddled to him, and Chowdhury ripped it out of his hands and tried to take it quickly, and he didn't get the pass off. He did it the second attempt because luckily he hit the Watford player and it came back to him. But I thought his urgency was the start of everybody realising that we need to be a little bit quicker on the ball. We can't be a little bit twiddling our thumbs, and we got to keep moving. We got to keep going. We have to work the ball forward. So for me, from what I saw of it, and again, you know this, Chris, I had a lot of issues today, so I wasn't able to see it in any sort of fluidity of the game. But from what I did see, I would go with Hamza Chowdhury. I think 8's a bit high. I would say I'm falling into the case of we won the game.
West Brom have just gone 1-0 up against Ipswich after 5 minutes.
Well, all I'm saying is, mate, do you remember when Leeds fans were doing a Tottenham and saying, we're coming for you, and you're dropping points, West Brom are winning, and happy days again, isn't it? But, all I'm saying is I went 3-0 West Brom, so, although you still managed more points than me this week, because you got a bloody result right, and I haven't. Yeah.
Oh, I got one right. I know, but I've only got about 2 others, I think, apart from that.
But yeah.
For the team rating, mate.
Team rating, I think I'm only giving this because of the way they played in the last 20 minutes, really. But I'm going to give them a 7. I mean, they did win the game. I don't think you can win the game and get a 5 or a 6. No.
Well, let's see what Alan's got to say. I've gone for Kieran Dewsbury Hall as my man of the match because I just think he did. I think he almost really fulfilled that Winks role. It was a very assured, grown-up performance from him, if you like. It's almost like Enzo said, all right, Kieran, you're going to need a bit more responsibility. He did have a couple of chances when, he was unlucky. He hit the post, hit the side netting. Half the stadium applauded because they thought it had gone in. So I've gone for KDH purely on that. And I've gone for 7 as well, because I think we whether Watford were any good or not, I don't know. But we stopped them being good, I think. And even, I think after 2 losses, even if it had been an unfortunate 0-0, I think, it's at least turning it the right way. Now, Alan, who, as we know, goes to the matches, and he has given them a 6 out of 10, which, like you say, I think when you've won's a little bit unfortunate, but he has gone 6. So, and like I say, he was there. He sees more of the game than we do. And for his man of the match, he has given it to. No, he's not. That's a 6. He's given it to. Well, he's agreed with you, Brad. Good God.
Oh, well, at least I can see some things.
I don't think that's a bad shout at all. I just think it's, for me, KDH just edged it. But again, let's be honest with you. If we're looking at Chowdhury having to come in for Winks and earning man of the match, it says good things for the club, doesn't it?
I mean, it does. It says good things for the club. It says good things about him as a player. And it kind of gives you that little bit of comfort. That's the role that we really struggled in last season, and we've actually gone to the point of moving one of our former central defensive midfielders into a centre mid attacking midfielder striker, aka Wilfred Ndidi. So we were down in numbers. We obviously brought in Winks, but it's good to see that I would say Hamza Chowdhury is one of the most underrated players in our team because he is so versatile. Because he can play anywhere in that midfield 3, can't he, Chris? Yeah. He's showing that tonight. He's showing that throughout the season as well with the fact that he can step up in midfield. He can play right back. Mm-hmm. I'm fairly certain if you asked him to play as a winger, he could play as a winger as well. So I really do think he does. Well, maybe he'd keep him out with his hair, wouldn't he?
Yeah, true. But right, no, there we go. 2-0 back to winning ways. 10 points ahead of Leeds, and come on, Ipswich, we're waiting for you. Brad, I don't know if you fancy doing another post-match reaction thingy tomorrow.
Yes, I do, because I want to talk about the difference between passive and aggressive Leicester, which we did technically see today. So I will be bringing that live to you.
Well,
one day I'll win the lottery and get a Sky Sports studio involved. We'll be fine.
No, what I say was, send me over anything sort of descriptive that you want me to do. You know.
Yeah, I will do. Yeah. I will, yeah.
Well, I can't think picture-wise, and I'll sort that out for you. I've got to go. But thanks very much, mate. 7:00 tomorrow.
Yeah, 7:00 tomorrow seems good to me, mate.
Brilliant.
7:00 tomorrow works for me. I've decided I hate.
You hate what?
Sorry, what?
You said you hate.
No, what were you gonna say? Oh yeah, I've decided that.
Board back.
Well, no, I haven't got a board again just yet. I really want one back because I could go more in depth with it, and I'd love to be able to visually give you guys the lowdown. Once I can get that sorted in some way or another that works a bit easier for you to work as well, Chris, instead of
we need to have a connection for a laptop for you so you can get that thing up that you can move the players around and what have you.
Yeah, that would be brilliant. So you guys could just see what I'm doing, and I don't have to worry about my ugly mug being on screen. You could just watch the telly and see me do it like I'm on Sky.
We're kind of used to that by now, to be honest.
Well, yeah, that is true. That is true.
Look,
that is true.
Anyway, I haven't been able to play this for a while, so let me just sneak this one in before we go.
Yes! 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 Oh! 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 Oh, God! Oh! I'll have what she's having.
I do like that. Brad, mate, thanks very much. I'll see you tomorrow at 7. Take care. Have a good night, mate.
Have a good one, guys. See you later.
Yeah, bye-bye. Okay, thanks to Brad for coming in. We'll see him tomorrow at 7 with his excellent tactical analysis of the game. Back to winning ways. 10 points clear of Leeds. Where are you, Leeds? My neck is really, really hurting. I don't know. I'm just looking down at Leeds. Look, let's enjoy it. We're back to winning ways. We'll be back at 7 tomorrow. Thanks to Brad. Thanks to Luke. Thanks to everybody that's been in the chat and joined in. Thanks to Gray for helping us out with the modding. And thanks to everybody who was joining in. Really do appreciate it. Thanks to everybody that's liked it. Thanks to all the new subs as well. Really do appreciate all the support, guys, and all the kind words. And I will see you tomorrow. I'm going to go off now, meet up with the X, and I'll have a cider or 3. I'll see you then. Take care. Come on, you foxes.
Thanks for watching. These videos are tremendous. You better like them too, or I'll be back.
This podcast is proud to be part of the TalkSport Fan Network.
TalkSport. Powered by fans.
That will conclude this evening's entertainment.